Checkity check. Check, check, check. Maculio, thank you for coming by. I saw you followed. Appreciate that. Thank you, Misty. We got a check, check confirmation. All right, where's my volume at? Oh. Wait, how did you hear me? That's weird. The music wasn't loud. That's loud. Music is normal level. So we should be good. Let's test this. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy NFTuesday. How are you now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Daredevil launch day. The new season is finally here. I'm excited. Oh, thank you, Misty. I appreciate that. We do want to look at Twitchy Tides today, so we might reference that at some point. Got the free NFT prompt just came up in Twitch. Misty, if you would be oh so kind as to pin that for me, I'm going to grab that and put it over on YouTube before I forget. For everybody that comes by at any point during the stream, there's a free NFT. You can claim one per person. You just fill out the form and I'll airdrop that to you this afternoon or tomorrow, most likely tomorrow. Let me go to my channel here. Looks like everything's live. For me, I'm going to grab that and put it over on YouTube before I get the information for the claim form. There it is on screen. Oh, that's not good. I was tinkering around with the software yesterday and I may have caused some problems. That happens. All right, there it is on one of the YouTubes. We'll pin that. Then we'll go to the vertical. And we'll put it there. And we'll pin that. Beautiful. That's for everybody then. Maculio, I actually don't run the Scurvy bot on my channel, but we will play some Twitchy Tides in a little bit, so I'd recommend, if you can, have multiple windows open, and you can have Twitchy Tides in the other, and you can continue to play there and earn. You do earn Sully Bucks when you're in my stream, which is my own, what you call it? Not awards points, I just blanked on what you call it. Loyalty points for watching the stream. And then you can use those to enter certain games. Like we play the box game on Fridays. If we play video games during the stream, like if I play Fortnite or Rocket League or something, and we get some dubs, I'll give you additional points for that. And then if you play in the box game on Friday, you can win real deal prizes. For instance, yeah, Boba James, you can dig a hole if you'd like. It's not going to go anywhere. Recently, Chris VKC won that pop from the box game, a Pikachu Flocked 2020 Fall Convention, so that's kind of an old one. Recently, Chris VKC also won that. That was actually from the Squares game, the Superb Owl. Let's see. Ben Feldman won our Love-Hate prize pack that features this really cool enamel pin and one of these awesome retro rares enamel pin. And I got a bunch of other prizes that need to be shipped out. But those are just some examples. I also give away from time to time Funko sodas, other Funko Pops. So yeah, earn those points and then check back on Fridays for a chance to play in the box game. We'll be playing again this Friday. I'm trying to think about my schedule. I know Emerald City Comic Con is here in town this weekend. So Saturday I'll be going to Emerald City Comic Con all day. Friday should be a normal stream time. There is a chance I may go to Emerald City Comic Con on Thursday, and if I do, I'll do a live stream using my phone and the gimbal from out there at Emerald City Comic Con, so you guys can see the setup and maybe see Priscilla's booth and butts on things, and maybe we'll swing by, what is it called? Kaleidos? Ben Butcher's new company. Good morning to you too, Comic Zombie. How are you now? So I got some fun stuff planned today for NFTuesday, but the main thing is we've got the Daredevil themed, inspired NFT that says Nerds Unite. There's what it looks like. It won't have the black Nerdagon around it. It's going to be, I'm debating still if it's just a black sticker around the logo or a complete square. Either way, you'll find it in your wallet for free tomorrow. So Yeah, I'm excited, Darth Wacko. My wife Kelly, she is not normally a TV watcher, a series watcher. We like movies together, but she actually did watch Daredevil, the original series. I don't think all of it, but some of it. So I think I can convince her to watch it, no problem. If not, I'll be watching on my own time because I'm not going to be behind on this. Are we getting 3 episodes or just 1? I know one of the series is going to drop like 3 a week. Oh, it's the new Andor. I think this one's just 1 a week, isn't it? So we get 1 today. Bubba James says, Sully, I ran into Ben over the weekend. Always great talking with him. Oh, Ben Feldman? Nice. Or Ben Butcher. Ben Butcher, probably. 2 episodes tonight. I'm excited. I would have loved to have gone back and rewatched the original Daredevil series on Netflix, but honestly, it's a task. It's a real task. I haven't watched 0 Day yet, but I did watch a little synopsis about what it's about. Very interesting. I like the idea. I am currently watching High Potential, which season 1 just ended. Fantastic. The Rookie, because Nathan Fillion, who I'll get to see this weekend in person. Yes. I'm watching Severance. I'm watching a blank. There's another one. You like that, Will? I do too. I think it came out so good, Willibard, and that was the culmination of working with Jungle Bry. You'll notice the Nerdagon appears in several places around here, and then when I flip to this mode, here I am in the Nerdagon over in the corner. Oh, Reacher! I've been watching Reacher. Yes, I love Alan Ritchson and Reacher. It's so good. Yeah, I watched White Lotus season 1. Did not love it, but I loved some of the individual performances in it. I really, really like Steve Zahn, Alexandra Daddario. What's the blonde lady's name? Stifler's mom. I just blanked on her name. I love her in it. But overall, the show to me was like chaotic and very weird. I heard season 2 was better. I started it. I didn't like it. And then I hear season 3 is the best of them all. So I may give it another shot. Win or Lose has been surprisingly good too. That's the Pixar animated series. I don't even know anything about that. I gotta try that. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Darth Wacko and anybody else, Alan Ritchson, who's the lead in Reacher and was in Titans, which I watched all those as well. He started his career in Blue Mountain State, which is on Netflix. Well, actually, take it back. He started in a couple episodes or 1 episode of Smallville as Aquaman. And then they were going to give it a bigger role in a universe, but it didn't pan out. I actually saw a panel where he talked about how to get down to shape in that one, he was having like just rice and water all the time. That was it. But anyway, he really got his start with Blue Mountain State. And then they was just announced that a season 4 is in development with Amazon. They haven't done a new season in like 7 years or something crazy like that. So they're gonna bring his character back. But there's 3 seasons of Blue Mountain State. The first one is by far the best. Then they kind of trickled down. But then there's a movie about his character, Thad, I think it is, with Alan Ritchson starring in it. That was, it wasn't great, but he's great. It's another case of a fantastic performance and then an okay outcome of the show or the movie. I don't like to dog any of it because I know how much work goes into it all. I'm not going to say it was crap. I don't do that unless, we're talking about one of the few things I've ever watched where I was just like really put off, like The Crying Game. That was crap. It's a slow burn this season so far, but great cast. Walton Goggins. I love Walton Goggins. I'll watch it just for him. I met him once at a con, Comic Palooza down in Houston, which I may return to this summer. Still working out the details with them running the con. He was such a nice guy. And I just think he's so incredibly talented. Drama, comedy, whatever. I love the GoDaddy ads now, the Walton Goggins goggles. So good. The only White Lotus I know about is the Simpsons episode, says Boba James. Was he in Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare? Yes, he was. Yeah, with Henry Cavill. That was really good. He's just a beast of a dude. He was also in the latest Fast and Furious movie. Did you see CW Aquaman pilot where it was the actor who played Green Arrow instead? Yeah, I did watch that once, long time ago. Oh, that's not working. I forgot. I changed the text color like an idiot. I was about to ask what one of your poo-poo flick series. Yeah, poo-poo movie of all time. The worst movie I ever watched was The Crying Game. Not because it was put together badly, but because I didn't like the content or the reveal. I happened to be on a first date when I saw that, so that wasn't good. So it was really more of a bad experience than a bad movie, but I chalk it up to being a bad movie. Bad series? Worst series I've watched? I don't know. Do you finish a series if it's horrible? I don't. I kind of just give up on them. Yeah, there you go. Comic Zombie was saying what I was thinking, or what I was trying to say too. Series is harder because you really need to watch it to determine if it's bad. Misty said, watch Conclave this weekend, loved it, and watching Paradise on Hulu. Don't know either of those. There's a lot of great content on the streaming services, and I think by far I think the best is Apple. If you guys don't have Apple, like the movies and shows they put out are just, you got Shrinking is out now with Harrison Ford. That's fantastic. They got that new movie, The Gorge, which is good. I don't know anything about Conclave. What is Conclave? Let me check that. That Zero Day is that's it was nominated for an Academy Award for Ralph Fiennes, right? Yeah. Got Isabella Rossellini, Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow. I love John Lithgow. Yeah, so I would watch Conclave. What's it on? Peacock? Yeah, I'd watch that. Have you watched the best animated film yet, Flow? No, I didn't watch it, but I did see a little how it was made today, and it was made using Blender and an AI processor that showed it in real time as they were designing it. Pretty interesting. Worst movie I ever saw in theater was Silent Hill. Was on a double date and we all hated it and almost walked out. Have you ever actually walked out of a movie? The only one I walked out of was Crying Game, and maybe there might have been one other. But what's up, Magic Mike? What's up, Buzz King? Paradise is so good and just gets better with every episode. Wait, what's Paradise? Paradise. Oh, yeah, that's the one where James Marsden is the president, right? Sterling K. Brown, I like him in some roles. Don't really recognize any of the other leads in this. No, wait, I recognize her. Julianne Nicholson. Her character is called Sinatra? That's interesting. Walked out of Inception, couldn't stand. Oh, I loved Inception, but that's a tough one because you can get lost in the details of that movie. Like you be like, well, where am I? Where am I even at right now? I walked out of Very Bad Things because my friends walked out. I was already in, not enjoying it, but I rarely walk. That was an interesting movie. Was that the one with Christian Slater and I forget who all else was in it? What's up, Funkin' Crypto? I haven't walked out of a movie, but I have fallen asleep. I have definitely done that. And I get mad at myself because that's a lot of money spent. But, you know, you go in thinking, I could do this, and then you're out. I don't think so. The reason I didn't walk out of Silent Hill was because the date was going well as we really clicked making fun of the movie. Ah, you had your own little Mystery Science Theater, huh? I was telling Kelly about that. She didn't know about Mystery Science Theater, and that because we were watching Love Is Blind. It's a series, a reality series that she loves, and I find it very interesting. It's just at times it really drags, and some of the people that are on it say the stupidest crap. This one guy, instead of proposing to the girl and just saying, "Will you marry me?" he said, "Will you get engaged with me?" And we were both like, "Who says that? That's a red flag. Run away right now." She should have. It didn't work out. Hell, we sat through Midsummer. My friends wanted to bail. But I was like, come on, we're already here an hour and a half in. Yeah, at that point, you just finish it. We should do a Mystery Science Theater Nerd Unite get together. That would be fun. What would be the most fun is if we could just put a movie on and do it here. But we don't have that because we'll get striked for showing the movie. And I think Amazon shut down the ability to watch films through Amazon Prime here. I think that's shut down now. My brother and I did it a few times for movie retakes with an audience, but you all had to have Amazon Prime to participate. So I remember going on a date to go watch Stomp the Yard, and that girl seen Chris Brown, died in the first 10 minutes. We got up and went to another movie. Daredevil starts today. Anyone knows how many episodes will be released? That's what I was just asking the audience, Nadu. I think it's just 2, according to, I forget who said it. Let's see. Daredevil, Disney episode dates. Oh, here we go. Oh, they haven't even released the titles. Today we get 2. Next week 1. March 18th 1. Episodes 5 and 6 both come out on March 25th. And then episodes 7, 8, and 9 are all TBA. To be announced. I have to sit through all those awful Fast movies because my friend is crazy. You stop that right now, Comic Zombie. Don't make me. No. You watch it. The Fast and Furious movies are an American treasure. They are an American treasure. You bite your tongue. You bite your tongue right now. There's a reason Tokyo Drift music plays on my stream. Prince Paradox, what's happening? There you go, Han. There's the man right there. You know, in real life, I follow him on Instagram now, and it's pretty amazing. He has basically been indoctrinated into that culture. That's not the word. He has accepted that as like his life now. Maybe that is the right word. I don't know. But anyway, he's all into cars and the fashion and everything. He's become like a spokesperson for all of the those badass cars, man. I love them so much. I'm the big guy who didn't fit in half those cars. I would love to have. I used to have a nice Honda Civic. I always wanted an SE, but I didn't get an SE. But I had a really nice all black Honda Civic with black rims and real dark tinted windows. I love driving that thing. Yo, thank you for the follow, Don Data Deluxon. How are you now? I built my own Fugu Z. There's no cursing here, Print. I'm just kidding. What is a Fugu Z? Prince Paradox is possible. It's very possible. I didn't know if he was or not before, but he is definitely. Finally? What, you were trying to follow for a while or thinking about following? Yo, bruv, what's happening? I love that. Our friend Tanner always comes in with an oi, bruv. I can't go further into it because I don't want to get banned. Thank you. That's the right approach. Misty said, does walking out of the living room while watching Fast and Furious count as walking out of a movie theater? No, unless you have a screen that is 100 inches or more, that is the qualification. I always wanted an Eclipse. No, you know what? The Eclipses were pretty cool. I agree. I always wanted a 3000 GT Spider. There's Tanner. I always wanted a 3000 GT Spider. It was the world's first hardtop convertible. The thing would come back and sit in the top of the trunk or come back up to the top. Oh, this beautiful car. You rarely see a 3000 GT on the road anymore because they're such crap. They're horribly designed and made cars. And they were last made in like the early 2000s probably. Best computer and screen in town right here. Oh yeah? Well, I'm happy for you. Texas says Sully's car looked like the souped up black Civics in Fast and Furious used to drag race in a past life. No, closest I ever got to driving like any of the Fast and Furious, well, 2 instances in my life, but 2 times in my life. One, I actually, long story, I hope the statute of limitations is out on this now. I had a really crappy Ford Tempo in high school, and a buddy of mine and I used to try to race each other from point A to point B. We were idiots. We shouldn't have done it when we were like 17. So we'd leave a movie theater and try to see who could get to his house the fastest or whatever. And then, oh yeah, Prince Paradox? Yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, constant problems. No, it's not a felony. So anyway, we were racing to his house, and his house was off the freeway quite a bit, down a dark road that narrowed from 2 lanes to 1 right after this light. We got to the light, we're side by side. No, I was in front of him, and I wanted to stay in front of him. And there was a random guy, or 2 guys in the car next to me. When the light turned green, I gunned it, and so for some reason did the guys next to me. They didn't know it narrowed into 1 lane. I ended up running them off the road and almost into a ditch. They were fine. Their car was fine. It was just an almost sort of thing. And they were pissed. So they're chasing me. they literally are gunning it and trying to get around me. And I'm like, I got to lose these guys. So in this crappy Ford Tempo, I take off and I'm going and I'm like, I'm not going to drive to my buddy's house and take the problem to his house, his family and his dad. At least I thought that in the moment. So I turned down another road and then turned down a road into an area where construction was being done on new houses. And I'm gunning it down only to realize that's a dead end and a wide open field with no lighting and no other people. I made a bad decision. So I turned the car around and I'm gonna get out of that neighborhood, and here they come. And I'm like, I'm playing chicken with these fools. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. So I gun it and I'm going right at them, and they turned off and I didn't. That life could have ended very differently right there. I got to the end of the neighborhood, turned left, went down, turned into the next neighborhood that was also construction, gunned it in there where there were no other people. I found a house that was half built with the garage door open, and I pulled up in the driveway in the garage, turned everything off, and got down, and they drove right behind me and didn't see my car and left me. I waited like 10 minutes. I went over to my buddy's house. I had already called him. I think I called him. No, I didn't have a cell phone at the time. I got there, and his dad was so cool. I told his dad, I was like, some dudes are chasing me. Can we pull my car into your garage? He's like, absolutely. So pulled it in the garage, went in the house. They never found me. It was dumb. I shouldn't have done any of it. I was 17. 17-year-old boys do a lot of dumb crap, in case you have kids. Never told my mom that story. And if she came by the stream, she wouldn't she wouldn't say anything anyway. Comic Zombie says, closest I ever drove like Fast and Furious was when I was zooming home and changed lanes into an intersection. And someone on the other street made a turn onto my street. Uh-oh. And I lane split between it keeps jumping. God dang, I hate that. No contact. I drove super cautious almost immediately after. There you go. You recovered. Prince Paradox says, I almost killed a guy. Oh, God. Don't write that. That in a canyon. But I wasn't racing. I just knew my way home. I was on Honda Insight at the time. This was early 2000. You be careful out there, Prince Paradox. Oh, everybody's stories. Peking says, on which drag race from one light to the next in a 10-plus year old Chevy Celebrity? What is a Chevy Celebrity? Filled with 5 people, all of us, and the 2 people in the other car were dying laughing when I caught up to them at the next light. Right, Walking Miracle? She won't be here. She gave up on watching my stream a long time ago. I'm not ever convinced she actually watched one live. I don't think she gets it. Or if she did, she'd be like, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want the people to know what I think. I once rode my Hot Wheels scooter without a helmet. You rebel. You rebel. My Scion got ran off the freeway into a tree. Oh my God, Punk. Dang, Don Data Deluxe, and I hope you have found a new path in life then. What's up, Nessa? Bing bong, you ding now. Tanner wins. Yep, Tanner's the real rebel. Thank you, Walking Miracle. Yeah, everybody claim your free NFT. I think it's pinned in Twitch and YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok or Twitter, I guess I could put it in Twitter somehow. But what I do is I'm rewarding people for coming by the stream. That's the idea, right? And on Twitch and YouTube, I can keep these. I can have commands that will bring up things, or I can pin information. So if you're on Twitch or YouTube, you'll see the link. You fill out the form, and then tomorrow you get your free NFT. And then this week, I'm probably not going to do blends. I might do a blend. We'll see. I got a busy week schedule with some other things I'm working on, and like a doctor appointment and for the dog. I did mine last week, and a few other things. I may not have time. But I also really would love to see Hoot in a Daredevil costume, so I might do it. We'll see. What we need to focus on is there's still some blends left from last week. If you're not familiar with the blend, basically that's something, an option that NFT Blocks offers where you can take a couple of NFTs. In this case, the Toy Story inspired logo I made called 2NFT and Beyond, and a Hoot 2.0. You take those two, you turn them in, and you get one of these NFTs listed at the top here. I'll bring up the grid for them so you can see them all. There is still a 1-of-1 left in there. Out of the 26 blends that are left, there's still 4 concepts, 15 of Hoot in the shirt, and 6 of Buzz Hootier, the Cow's play. Now, I know this doesn't look as exciting as the other blends because you have basically a better than 1 in 2, like a 60% chance of pulling Hoot in the 2 NFT and Beyond t-shirt. But Every single blend that is completed is a raffle ticket for a chance to win I know, right, Peking? That'd be perfect. Every single blend that you do is a raffle ticket for a chance to win a very special one of one, literally with artwork I won't feature anywhere else. I won't use in any other way. It's only in that one of one NFT featuring Buzz Hootyear. And you can see the art for it down here in this bottom right-hand corner. It's very tiny, but you can see it. If you want a chance to win, you got to do the blends, and we have to sell out the blends. If we don't sell out the blends by Friday, that one of one NFT never gets minted and never goes into anyone's hands, their wallet. So if I take a breather off the other blends and let you guys have until Friday, maybe this will get completed. That's up to you. Totally your call. Some people are getting the Twitchy Tides t-shirts and stuff. Who said that? Nadu. Nice. Very nice. Prince Paradox, he's furthering the story. Oh, geez. The tree, hit a tree story. Let me check. I did a few more blends after that tweet, says Walking Miracle Nadu. Yeah, still 26 of these blends left. We got to get them done by Friday to unlock that 101. The other blend from last week is already completed, so we'll be doing at least one of one giveaway. We might work that in today's stream. If not, we'll do it Friday. Sports Technology Keith, Tier 1, 28 months. Nessa, Tier 1, 55 months. Thank you. I appreciate there was the Tokyo Drift we were just talking about. I appreciate the subs. Thank you for your time, for your love. Comic Zombie said, I accidentally ruined relations in my family. I accidentally slid into my uncle's back because I couldn't turn, damaged his kidney, and we offered to help with medical bills, but he went forward and sued us for a lot. Like I intended to injure him. Oh, man. That's rough. That's real rough. That's exactly what Prince Paradox wrote. That's rough, man. Yeah. Oh, man, that stinks. Family can be very interesting. I've been blessed that mine's been good, and we haven't had those kind of shenanigans. My ex's family got into big fights over some property that was willed to different people in the family. They thought they deserved more or less, depending on who they were. And that turned into a big multi-decade thing. It's like, if somebody dies and leaves something to somebody, you either get something or you don't. You walk away from it. That's it. What's up, Red Ranger? Only missing the Sheriff concept to be blend complete. Oh, nice, Nadu. And there's 10 of those. That's fairly easy to get, right? I haven't looked at this in a while. You know, if you go over to the market and feature and look at Nerd Unite, what's up here recently? Some old logos. There's San Diego 2022. There's a Hoot. And a Universal Ghost shirt. I don't know if I have 2 of those because that was for the NFT rally. Oh, some of the stream exclusive preview nights from this past year. The logo I'm wearing on this shirt, the Mario inspired logo, Mario All Day 2024. Some of those are up for sale. Ooh, what? There's an old school, one of my first NFTs I ever made that looked like the Funko NFTs. You can usually find stuff pretty cheap on the secondary market, especially for the old Hoot styles when he was just a round boy. I'm not nearly as proud of that work as I am. Oh, there's some of the old X-Men inspired logos. One of the Matrix inspired blends. Yeah, there's some old stuff out there that you can still pick up. The first blend sold out where it was Sheriff Hoot, the Hoot Lightyear, Buzz Hootyear, has not sold out yet. That one we need to sell it. There's 26 left in order to unlock that other 101. Keezy, 57 months, Tier 1. Appreciate you. Here's since the very beginning. You love the little round Hoot. Well, Misty, you can still pick them up cheap if you need to complete your collection. Speaking of completing your collection, let's jump to this. I've been working something I wanted to do for a long time, but I didn't have the money to hire a developer or a coder. Our friend Dan Asker from the Twitchy Tides community has offered to help, but I don't want to offer him something that's a sad offer or try to get him down to not spending any money, because I respect him and his time. But I've been watching as ChatGPT has gotten better in AI, and so I took a stab at something here, which I'll drop the link if anybody wants to test it. I've done some work, and it's better now. Could we have this week's logo on a black shirt or hoodie instead of a blend this week? Okay, that's a good request. I'll see what I can do on that. Let me make a note. Where's my to-do list? I know I had one thing on my to-do list. I already finished that. Let me put this on a post-it as my to-do list. And then I'm going to share this and talk to you guys about this Nerds Unite Us tracker tool that I've made. I'm pretty proud of what I've developed so far. There's still a lot of work to be done, but Daredevil inspired NU logo shirt. Okay, I put it on my list. Ajir Funko has Dexter Pops coming later this month. I saw something about that, yeah. I'll be honest, at this point, there's only certain licenses that would get me to buy anything. I'm more focused on the NFTs for sure. And then behind that, some of the exclusives that go to different conventions. Outside of that, I don't really watch closely or participate in much because I just don't have the finances. But the NFTs, I'm all over that. Okay, here's the link here. I don't think I copied and pasted it yet. This will go to all platforms. Oh, I did paste it, but I didn't send it. If you're collecting any of my NFTs or you're thinking about collecting, one of the problems with creating on the Wax blockchain was there's not a good tracker tool if you really like collecting a certain collection. Now they do have on here on Atomic Hub, they have sets. So for instance, if I went to my collection, my inventory, which by the way, Darth Wacko and I were talking about this the other day. In case you don't know, Atomic Hub is not continually updating correctly. A lot of times you'll come in and it's not going to show your most recent stuff in your collection, just FYI. NFT Blocks does a better job, NFT Hive does a better job. I still like the overall look and organization and layout and feel of Atomic Hub, but it's become not so great. I'm not trying to dog them, I'm just saying it's not as functional. But if you come over here and you look in your collection, you go to sets. See, I'm hovering on it right there. You go to sets. If it's Funko, there's a set. Or if it's another collection that actually takes the time to build them, there are sets. However, they are broken as well. I used to create them. Like here's one for Light It Up. If you go, you have to go across this navigation bar, which is problem 1. Let's say I went to Alien Day 2023. It's a nice layout. It looks good, but it's very limited in functionality for me, the designer. What's up, Miss Fancy Chair? It's very limited for me as a designer, and it's broken. It just doesn't work right. If there's actually a template I make that I didn't want to include, I can't take it out. If there's something that doesn't show in there when I say show all NFTs from a certain series, I can't go correct that one off. Lots of problems. I wish this was better, but it's not. So I'm making my own. So if you go to my website, nerdsunite.online, use that link I dropped in there. You can go to Nerds Unite NFTs, and up at the top of the page, it's a basic overview of everything I'm doing with NFTs, showing some of the logos I've created, how the blends work, people within the community. I mean, the idea is join my streams, get rewarded with free NFTs, collect. Don't have to do anything else if you don't want. You don't have to buy anything. If you want to, you can do blends, and you can upgrade the rarity of your NFTs or get rarer NFTs featuring Hoot. Connect with other people, trade, blah, 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 blah. We've got charity work we do for Extra Life, where the NFT money is donated to Extra Life. That'll be coming later this year for our 6th year of doing Extra Life. NFTuesday, that's where you get the freebies, blends, etc. Down here a little bit, I buried it on purpose until I think it's more refined, and then I'll bump it up and make it a little more accessible. But here's the short version. You put in your wallet. This is meant to be kind of a checklist for you individually, right? Put in your wallet, hit check my collection, and for right now, you can't do a drop-down list of all the projects. I want to eventually add that, but thank you, Walking Miracle. I finally got some things fixed. So, for instance, the latest NFT I made will appear at the top with the group of the other NFTs from the same collection, same series. So the latest thing I sent out was some of the Battle Bowl rewards for January. I was a little behind. I'll be doing February in the next few days. I built an entire tool to help me track all that using ChatGPT in the background. But if you look at this, you can see anything with a gray background, you don't own one of those in that wallet. If it's got a white background, it'll show, yeah, you got it. Here's how many you own. And then if you're, hey, what's up, Professor Josh? And then if so you can look at this and go as a checklist. Oh yeah, I'm there's a couple of these I'm missing. I'd like to add to my collection. This is not a good example of one of those because you can only win these. But let's say I don't want to look at Twitchy Tides, the Nerd Unite Battle Bowl stuff, of which there are 33 total NFTs. I like to having that total. If you click on the arrow or the bar, it collapses it and now shows the next to oldest collection, based on when the latest NFT was created. That's confusing, right? The latest one I made was the 1 of 1 to give away. So Flawless probably should have been below 2 NFT and beyond, but it's above. Eventually I'll add some way I can sort them manually, but I like that this is dynamic. If I create another NFT right now, it corrects itself and puts the most recent thing on top. I like the dynamic part of it, right? But here you can come in and you can look and go, okay, well, I don't have that 101, I don't have the VHS, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully, you've got the Sub-Zero and Cow's Play and Hoot in the Flawless theme shirt. And maybe you found yourself, maybe if you're Nadu, you got a few of the others. You can see how many of the logos you still have. Stuff I'm going to do in the future is make it where you can click on it and they'll take you to the market, and then you can possibly buy it if it's for sale. One of the things I'm really excited about doing is something that Atomic Hub never offered, and that is for each one of these, like let's say the VHS, if it's still in the pool in a blend, I want it to say still available via blend. You click on it, it takes you to the blends. No one else is doing that right now. So the stuff that is a part of a blend is trapped in that pool, and it's really hard for you to go find out which ones are still available and which aren't. That's one of the things I want to do. I also eventually want to add, hey, I only want to look at logos, or I only want to look at Cow's Plays, or I only want to look at Hoot in a shirt, so that you can see a checklist of the ones and you can go then fill in the blanks. So it's kind of, again, dynamic in the way that you want to look at the checklist. To get to this part took quite a few hours of using ChatGPT and talking to it, but hopefully it's at least helpful to you guys for right now in the state it's in, and it will get better over time. I've gotten to the point now where the easy stuff is done and the more complicated stuff is going to take some time and or require somebody like Dan Asker to come and help. Kayla says, what's your favorite Pokemon? You know what, Kayla, I'm not a big Pokemon fan, really. I never have gotten into it, but I do dig Charizard art. I like Charizard. I'm kind of a pyro at heart. I loved to play with fire as a kid. Luckily, never burned anything down. My favorite Freddy Funko? Ooh, that's a tough one. I really enjoyed my Freddy as Apollo Creed. I had to sell it, unfortunately. Really, really like that. I really like, one of the others. Oh yeah. Anything from the fun days like 2012, 2013, 2014 are some of my favorites. But as far as like, now we have Funko, or Freddy Funko, from the NFTs. Yo, thank you, Monster Pete. 8 months, appreciate you. Tier 1. I really like Freddy and the Turtles, gold with the skateboard. I really like, God, there's so many from the NFTs. I just saw Freddy as Space Ghost. Space Ghost's voice actor just passed away today. Krampus Freddy is pretty awesome. There's so many great ones. Sexy Freddy Pose from Jurassic Park has got to be one of my favorites. Spooky Space Kook. Oh, that's a good one. Tanner. Of course you would like that. You're the big Scooby fan. Yo, Port, what's happening? Yeah, I totally did. Port. Yeah, I only got in a lot of trouble for playing with fire. But anyway, this checklist is here, and you guys can scroll down and take a look at what's in your collection, what you're missing. It'll give you a better view of what I've designed, because right now, who wants to go and weed through a bunch of blends to see what was ever made? And if it's a completed blend, you're not even going to be able to see it anyway. So this is a pretty good representation of the different series that I've made. You can look at that and go, hey, for that logo, there were no blends because there's no like Hoot and wrestling gear. There was no Grinch Stole Christmas inspired blends, just the logo. There's more. You can hit show more and it'll expand and show you, oh, there's the Christmas celebration ones. There's the extra life ones, of which there are a lot. There were 16 extra life NFTs because of our NFT rally that we did. Wait, do I not have a Universal Ghost? How do I not? Oh, I sent those to my Nerd Unite Us wallet. I have a secondary wallet that I keep all my 5s in. Freddy is Freddy Funko. Take my money. I don't know if you addressed it yet, but the next NFT or 5, we're gonna look at that next. Absolutely. I wanted to show this tracker. I'm not in, like, if you guys have any ideas of what can make it better, let me know. But I have a feeling most of the things you're gonna say I already have got in the pipeline. I'd like to make this a much more usable tool in the future, and then eventually maybe do some things like some old blends or old rewards. A reward of some kind, like how I anticipated that maybe the Drop Arcade might go, where we'll call it a bounty, where, hey, if you can get all 5 of these in your wallet this week, I'll do a snapshot on Friday, you'll win a bonus. That kind of thing. But in order to do that, I got to make a better tracking tool, and I'm working on. Already, I think it's better than anything else that's out there. Exactly. Yeah, Randy, that's in my list. That's in my list for sure. Hootie Hunko? That's pretty good, but I'll never do Hootie because I don't like, it's too easy. It's too on the nose. Freddy Funko as Hoot, then we've made it. Well, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I actually got a like from Drop this week, which was exciting. Anything that helps us facilitate trades. I don't know. One thing I did think about was if there's something on here, like if you guys know on Atomic Hub, you can set a friends list. I don't know if that as part of the API can work to do what I would like, but it would be really cool if you could say right here, friends that own this or something, or you could click on that and then maybe over on Atomic Hub, you could see that. That's way down the road, so that you could go look at possible trades with people. But yeah, that's way down the road. Yeah, I mean, you can check other people's wallets. Like I said, Nerd Unite Us is another wallet that I use to collect my 5s. It's all on the blockchain. None of this is surprise. None of this is hidden. It's all on the blockchain. So like, look, I moved my 5s for the Cows Play, the shirt, and the logo over there. I have one of each. I do that on each drop. The Cows Plays and the shirt, I keep the mint number 5 for myself, but I don't keep it for the mythic cards or any of the other ones, the concepts. Those I want you guys to have, and if I'm lucky, I'll pull it off the market later on down the road. But you can see what's all in that wallet. I could look up, I don't want to embarrass anybody or call anybody out, but thinking of a wallet I know, I can look at Nadu's. We can see what all he's got. His is probably much more impressive. Oh, he's got a few trophies from, is this February? Yeah, he's got at least, I can tell by looking at this, when I do the February awards, he's got at least 1 podium. That's kind of cool way to look at it. Look at that, he got a mythic Sub-Zero. He got 2 concepts on Flawless. And look how quick that is too. It's so fast to load. Look, he did great on the 2 NFT and beyond. He got 2 101s. Because he got the 101 and he won. No, he got both of those came from blends. He got a mythic of Buzz Hootier, but not. See, here's one of the problems I got to fix. That one was a bad template, and so I've got to write into the code a way to exclude templates that have 0 minted. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. That will eventually not show there. Wow, he really is just missing that concept right there. If anybody has the Sheriff Hoot concept. You might be able to work out a trade with Nadu. He's got quite a few of the Cows Plays. They're devout. There's the way you do it. Oh, I'm going to write that down. That's fantastic. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be doing blends this week, Randy, just because of time. But I might. I don't have enough time to do a full blend. I might do something simpler. Oh, nice, Walking Miracle. Yes, now if I can stake the entire NU collection, I can get something every week. So, Nadu, that is I know I talked about it a lot. At one point, I wanted to do wax DAO staking or something of that effect. But the problem is I thought about it long term, and once I start that process, that means making a coin or giving away another coin. And that means, or making rewards, which is more NFT art to put in to reward existing users, which is great. I want to reward you guys for constantly collecting my stuff and having the diamond hands. The problem being, you don't expand your circle that way. You don't expand the number of collectors, and to be quite honest, money coming in, which is important. Zach Bonifer gifted a community sub. Thank you, Zach Bonifer. I appreciate you. Darius83, 46 months. Professor Josh, 7 months. Thank you guys for the subs. I appreciate you. So I backed off the WaxDAO staking idea. I still think there's something there, but I don't think that, one, I can sustain what needs to happen to keep that constantly going, being rewarding, and not start something and then stop, or start something and not keep it going. I could never figure it out all the way. I think about it from time to time, but I haven't figured it out yet. There you go. Walking Miracle. Well said. You're really setting yourself up for a lot of work with no defined endpoint. Where I would need to be in order for that to work is have someone I can hire to help facilitate that work. What I need to be focused on is the art and the development of new concepts and ideas, not the back-end facilitation. Already, each month I do for the... for the Twitchy Tides. Each month, if you guys are playing the Twitchy Tides Battle Bowls, you can earn the Hoot holding trophies. Well, every month I got to go in and alter that and make new NFTs. That's fairly simple, but still requires 30 minutes to 45 minutes of my time to get all set up. At the end of the month, it was taking me 2+ hours to go figure out who had podiums, the most gold trophies, and the most overall trophies. And then make the art for these and distribute these awards. I don't know if you guys even know these rewards are a thing. I've done them every month since I promised I would do them, often weeks after the month is over, but I'm trying to get better at it. And so the other day, I spent about an hour with ChatGPT, and I've written a program where I literally can go in and say, hey, it's time to run the monthly report. And it can say, all right, give me the template for the gold trophy this month. I have to input that. Give me the template for the bronze and the template for the silver. I enter all that in, and boom, it creates a chart for me with the number of trophies everybody's collected and the totals that I need, and I can quickly pinpoint who has the most podiums, who has the most overall and the most gold, and I can get those distributed in less than 10 minutes. So I set myself up for a win there, but that took some months for me to figure out what I needed to do. Dark Fang, I think there's a real good chance we may see it like the end of this week, actually. Because the next week we have a new drop. And then, if not, then it'd be the week after that. I doubt they're going to do a drop of new license and Drop Arcade launching in the same week. We'll see. Randy said in the tracker, talking about my Nerd Unite tracker, I'd like to check... Come on, it's jumping on me. 1 second. I'd like to click on an image, and then it takes me to a larger image, the template, or maybe a market lookup to buy it if it's available. Maybe an intermediate pop. Yeah, that's on the game plan. What I was doing in stage 1 is can we just get the data and show it on screen? Can we get everything together grouped by their series, which was way trickier than you'd think. At first, it was breaking stuff up all weird. I finally got that fixed. And what I'm learning about using ChatGPT, in case anybody else wants to use it to write code, is it'll get some stuff working. And then based on an addition I want to make, which shouldn't alter any of what is already established, it'll break the established stuff. And then I got to troubleshoot and get it back to a point. I actually went way further than this, and it got so broken, I was like, we're reverting the code back to the way it was at this point. I'd copied and saved it separately. I'm like, let's restart here. I'm not a coder, but I know what I want, and I can relay it to ChatGPT, and it can figure out the code if I can relay it correctly. Will the tracker show your series that I don't have any NFTs from? Yes. Yeah, if you don't have any NFTs from one, it'll still show. For instance, this one, I think I didn't have any. No, I may have had them from my other wallet. Eventually, I want it to be a drop-down list so you can go to a certain series if you want. Let's see if there's any that I don't have any NFTs for. Oh, good. I don't have any of these, and it still showed. I don't have a single one of 2 NFT and beyond in my wallet. Oh, nice, Randy C. Yeah, well then, so you'll know what's possible too, and that'll be helpful. I would like feedback. Should try to make an NFT viewer app. I mean, they exist. I would only do it if I could do something in a unique way that no one else could do it. And also, unfortunately, when it comes to apps, there's a very, especially on the Apple App Store, there's a very defined what you can show and what you can link to. You can't link into anything into a secondary market that could sell because Apple wants their cut. You definitely can't sell directly from the app when it comes to NFTs. No one's doing that because of Apple's App Store requirements. Nadu said, what I need is for someone to design CS Sully and Hoot shaking hands with Nerds Unite below it, then put it as an NFT with the it keeps jumping. With the NU anniversary comes around. Oh, that's an interesting one. I'm so lost on the arcade, don't know where to start. Sully, can you give us a breakdown? Yeah, let's look at that next. We can come back to the viewer if anybody has any questions or thoughts, but for right now, if you would just go in and use it, and if you note any real problems, let me know. But I think it's at a pretty stable place. Like what I would want to know at this point is, did it get something wrong? Like, you do have that NFT in your wallet and it didn't show. I don't think that's going to happen because of how I've designed it. Is there a collection that's or series, not a collection? The collection is called Nerds Unite. A series is something like 2 NFT and beyond. Is there a series completely missing? That I need to know. If we go down far enough, there is a section called Unknown, but it's going to take you a while to get there, that has all the NFTs that don't fall into a specific series. There, wait, here it is. That they don't match up with a specific series, which they actually do. But because these were collaborations that I worked with somebody else on, or I must have done something wrong with these old Superb Owls, I got to figure that out still. So those don't really count for right now. These image not showing issues is a Dr. Crispy thing, not a me thing. I can't fix it. But those kind of errors. Yeah, the dead template is on my list, always has been. I just hadn't got there yet. Yeah, Tech, so you weren't, this is not a shot at you by any means. You couldn't have known this, but you weren't here in the early days when we were using Tokenhead regularly. They had an application process where anyone could pay, it was like 200 wax, might have been 2,000 wax. It was a considerable amount. You could pay and turn in an application. They would review it, and then they might include your collection in there. Priscilla did hers, and then like a week or two later, I turned mine in. They accepted hers, and then I just got nothing for like 6 months or 9 months. I finally was hammering at them long enough going, hey, what's the deal? I'm really excited to be featured. I don't want to be an a-hole. I'm really excited to be featured. When can I finally get in? And then Patrick from Tokenhead Now Drop said, hey, can we jump on a call? I was like, certainly. And I don't want to divulge everything he said, but basically he said, look, Funko owns us. They've decided to make Tokenhead focus on Funko only stuff, which makes sense. But anybody else that had got the application process completed and had been accepted was grandfathered in. And honestly, I was so excited to have Nerds Unite stuff show alongside Funko stuff. I couldn't wait. And that really just kind of knocked me down a notch. The Tokenhead app is still great. I still use it occasionally to view things and show different filters of the way the information is shown. But they haven't updated it in forever. And I really wish they would kind of take a hold of it again and update it to just show Funko stuff. No offense, I love looking at the Sune stuff in there too, but it doesn't make any sense. Why stop there with some people and then have some Funko projects? Either make it all Funko or don't, right? But I'm guaranteed they told them that's not the focus of how they need to spend their money. So I don't know if Max Tokenhead has gone forever. He has kind of popped up occasionally. Like there's one Freddy holding a Max Tokenhead pop that came out after Max had kind of gone away a little bit. I don't know if he's gone forever, but it would be cool to see him again. I'm with you. Let's look at the article for Drop Arcade and talk about that a little bit. So, short story long, we've been waiting on Drop Arcade forever. We got this post on Friday while I was streaming, and I wish it had come at any other time because I would have spent more time buying some stuff. The question as it stands right now, before we dive into the details, is: have you missed the window for season 1? I don't think that's the case. I don't think we've missed the window, but we have missed the bargain basement deals. I scooped up a ton of those before Friday's announcement about this, and while streaming in the hour afterwards, I scooped up a lot of good deals. But here's the details, and we still don't know them all. I feel like there's still some other information to come, but basically the idea from what we've read and from the answers provided on Drop by Patrick and the team was: you have NFTs in your collection, in your wallet. If they have already gone through the snapshot, I think maybe all the way through through redemption. If they've ended all the way through redemption, meaning you did snapshot, you got your coins, you turned them in. It's done. No more turning in coins. Then those NFTs become eligible for Drop Arcade. You will, at some point in some page, go in and elect to convert the NFTs in your wallet. Certain ones, not all. You'll choose what you convert, and you'll get points for each of the NFTs that you convert. There will be a leaderboard for points, and if you make the top 333, you will, and this is going to be 3 months long, this first season of the game. 3 months long, starting this month. If you can make that top 333 at the snapshot at the end of that 3 months, you will get a coin to get Freddy Funko as a drop monster, physical pop, delivered to you. Well, Willibard, I kind of agree, but also this is just season 1. I think, this is speculation on my part, I think season 2, season 3 are going to look different. Points could be different for the NFTs. Which NFTs are eligible could be different. I think they're going to mix it up. They're getting a lot of backlash right now, or feedback that also just happens to be backlash from people who are like, it's unfair, it's just for the people who are like flippers and whales and nobody else can participate, blah, 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 blah. It's not true. If you were paying attention in all the months I've talked about it and hearing my theory, you could have been buying and you would be eligible and probably competitive in season 1. If they mix it up in season 2 and they say, hey, this month only NFTs from these collections will be eligible, or only legendaries will be eligible, or only coins or series as they call them will be eligible. They can mix up the rules however they want. So while you may not be competitive in season 1, you may not get enough points to land in the 333, you might very well be able to do it in season 2 or season 3. The quitter mentality, just because you think you may not be eligible, is not going to benefit you, so why do it? Red Ranger says, looking on Pop and Stock on leaderboards and the people that have like 30 royalties of one set alone, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't have a shot this round unless people go crazy on burning. So, and there's the other thing. You may not be competitive in the 333, but let's think about what this looks like as we get closer to the end of the 3 months for season 1, right? Park that. I'm going to come back to it. Let's talk about the points real quick. I'm going to scroll down. All NFTs that meet the requirements of these rarities, there are a few exceptions written down below. It's outlined and very clear, I think. As long as the collection, the drop, has gone through and completed redemption. That's important. You won't be able on day 1 to use your Toy Story or Beetlejuice, probably. No, Beetlejuice might be eligible. Let's look at Pop and Stock's website in conjunction with this. On day 1, you won't be able to use Always Sunny, Festival of Fun, Adventure Time, Dark Valentine, Toy Story. But as the 3 months of the game go on, those might become eligible as they close redemption, right? Okay, here's the points for eligible NFTs. If you want to burn a 101, which is silly and, in my opinion, a bad idea, you get 100,000 points. Funkoween 2 will be eligible at some point in the 3 months. And all you're concerned about is when the snapshot at the end takes place. You need to think about those parameters in case you're shopping. I bought a lot of Funkoween too because they were dirt cheap, and I'm playing the long game. I might go into season 1. I might sit out entirely and wait to see what happens, and more on that again in a minute. So let's look at points. Mythics. There's only 499 of each of those. 2,000 points apiece. That's a big drop-off, but it makes sense. The only thing to me that doesn't make sense is the series coin. That's kind of where Drop Arcade gets its name from. There are more series coins than there are of any of the NFTs on this list, with maybe the exception occasionally of commons and uncommons, yet the series coin gets a lot of points. I dropped the ball. I didn't think the series coin would get that much love. It did. They get to set the parameters and the rules. They did it. I failed on that part. You can still pick up coins though. All is not lost. It's not over. You just have to play the game and figure out, can I make that 333? Which is going to take 3 months to figure out total. I don't think I'm going in on day 1 with anything, much less day 40 with anything. I'm going to sit back and watch, as I think a lot of people probably are. Grail's worth 1,000. Royalties, which is not a complete royalty set, it's just the royalty NFT, because you can't turn in a whole royalty set. You can only turn in the royalty NFT. Those are still available to buy on the market. 500 points. Legendaries are 250. The series coin, as I just mentioned, 200. Ultras are 80. Epics are 50. Rares 16. Uncommons 10. And commons 8. Now, when you look at this list, most people gravitate towards the top and go, well, I don't have a lot of mythics, 1-on-1s, grails, or royalties. I'm out. Quitter mentality doesn't do you any good. I did the math early and looked at the bottom of the list, and I was scooping up rares for a penny and 2 cents. And if you add up the number of rares I got for $1, that's like 1,600 points that I was getting early on, which is better than a grail that people were spending $4 or $5 on. So I hammered that rare, I hammered uncommon, and I've been getting after common for months. I don't know how many points I have right now, but I have 16,000 NFTs. No, 15,000 plus NFTs. I think I can make the 333 in the first month, but here's the other part, and I said to hold on. As people turn in these NFTs and burn, what happens? Your supply decreases. As we get to the end of the 3 months, and there will be a clock countdown timer, we're going to know when this thing's going to end down to the second. The demand will most likely increase. And what are we always talking about? Every single stream, I say it's a supply and demand game. At first, people are going to burn a bunch, and they're going to get their points, and they're going to raise up to that 333, and then they're going to sit there and watch and see what happens. There's going to be a whole bunch of big brain people waiting until the last week or even the last 24 hours to make their move. And then they're going to dump all that, get a ton of points, and jump up in the 333 and push a bunch of people down. That's going to hurt because you burned for nothing. Those points don't transfer to a future month. They don't do anything for you. It's going to be really interesting to me. I'm surprised how many people are going to actually burn in week 1. I don't think there's going to be a lot, but some people will do it, right? But as the supply drops, the value or the asking price for those NFTs that people will need when they get closer to the end of the 3 months should go up. So you got to ask yourself, especially if you've already convinced yourself you're out and you're not going to be able to participate in season 1 and get in the 333, any NFTs you're holding theoretically will go up in value. And the question is how much? Because the people we're going to have to watch are those that are in like the 200 to 333 range come the last 48 hours of the month. They are going to go out on the market and they're going to buy whatever they can to cement their place in that 333, and they're going to be willing to pay a premium to a certain point. That time, I might stream every day in those last 3 or 4 days if I can, because we're going to see some serious moves and some crazy increases in value of some of these NFTs that people will need to purchase in order to. I feel bad for those people that are like at 330 to 335 to 340 in the final hours. You got to make a move. You can't just waste it all. You got to spend some money to move up. That's season 1. Don't get it in your head that you're out forever. If us Nerd Unite community folks who've really thought through this sit back and don't do anything in season 1, then come season 2 when new rules and new point values drop, we might see ourselves in a position to dominate a season 2 or a season 3 or whatever. But they have to beat the first 333 because if they tied, Drop said the first person that reached that amount keeps that spot. Well, yeah, but you're in the final seconds, things will be moving. At 11, if it ends at midnight at 11:50, things are going to be moving. The likelihood of an exact tie, I feel, is pretty low, and the likelihood of an exact tie at the 333rd place is, I don't think your odds are very good. I think less than like 0.1% chance that could happen. I'm not a mathematician by any means, but I don't think that's something to be too concerned about. Misty said, so removing all my for sale items was a good thing, saving the spares for later. I think it's a good move. The game has nothing to do with the word arcade, does it? That's been mentioned before. It is a game. It does require that you buy in to participate and play. It does have coins called series. They're not exclusively the NFTs that are used for this. Loosely, I think the definition of arcade works here. But again, that's season 1. What is season 2? That's true too, Red Ranger. What is season 2 going to look like? They could go with a season that's all coins, all series coins, and then definitely going to be an arcade. I think what they were really trying to do with season 1, this is speculation, I guess on my part, was just thin the herd. Let's just destroy what there is on that secondary market and really watch some of these numbers come down. How many epics are going to be burned in season 1? And what does that bring the numbers down to? Now, what's the value on the secondary market? Remember, this is all based on a financial move for Funko and Drop. It's partially rewards, but it's also financial. It takes money to create things like this. Every sale on the market, they earn 8% on. 8% on Drop Marketplace. Every sale on Atomic Hub or any of the wax exchanges, I think they earn 6%. I said the other day, it'd be interesting to see what the sales have looked like over the last few days. If we come down to, where's the leaderboards? Hottest projects in the last 24 hours. You got Festival, Valentine's Day, Beetlejuice. Those are all active projects right now that have not completed their redemption. But is there I thought there was one where you could see the leaderboards in a different way for like the last week or something. I don't remember where that's at. Maybe under market? Is there something? History? I don't know how we could look at it, but we could look and see what the total overall sales for certain projects would be. And I guarantee there's been a spike over. Let's look at a project, for instance, Funime. Can we look at the sales for just this one? Yeah, look at this. The last month. Look at that spike. On February 25th, there was one sale. February 25th, 7 sales. February 26th, 1 sale. February 27th, 1 sale. And then the 28th, which was the day of the article, 1,547 sales for Funime. Now, the dollar amount's not a lot, $39.54. They get 6% of that. That's not going to pay the bills. But that's just on here. You also have a big spike on the Drop Marketplace, probably a much bigger spike for a much larger dollar amount. Now, multiply that, add those two together, and multiply by the 60-plus projects that are happening. And there probably was a spike in the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably tens of thousands of dollars that Funko gets. They get a bigger chunk over there, so average probably 7.5% that they're making off all those sales. And it's only, we're going to see a slowdown now, but in those last 48, 72 hours, whatever, we're going to see another big spike. And then season 2, rinse and repeat. And every time they do it, there will be less supply and maybe more demand, depending on how it goes. absolutely Funko should boost profits. For anybody who says this is just a money grab or Funko only cares about money, if that's you, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. That's the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. They are a business, first and foremost. If they can make the business part of the business fun and we can enjoy giving them money, that's a win. That's an absolute win for them and us. And that's what they're attempting to do. They are a business. I own stock in the company. I want it to do well. If they're going to do some things that get more money out of our pockets, I may not give them any money out of our pocket, but other people might, and my stock might go up, and then I make money. For anybody who's complaining that it's unfair and they can't play, go buy the stock. Play that way. I just want to know how many resources will be freed up by Random King. It would be really interesting to see, wouldn't it? It'd be interesting to see. Professor Josh, who's ready to throw down 400 to 500 for the lowest 101s? I don't think that's the move. I don't think that's the move. Do the math. I don't think that's smart. I did some quick math the other day while we were chatting, and I'd have to start all the way over, but basically what I found was rares was your best value. I don't know that that's the case anymore, but I could buy essentially thousands of points for $1 on Friday. That's gone up now. Now I could buy thousands of points for $3, but you could look at it that way and compare things on the market and go, if I spend $5 on rares, how many points will I get? Versus if I spend $5 on a grail, how many points do I get? Start that kind of math and comparison, and you can find some deals out there that might still work. I think you missed the first window, but when we get closer to the end of the 3 months, you might find yourself redoing the math and going, what makes sense? Pop and Stock, you mentioned the other day that you might build some sort of utility around this. I didn't see. Did you make anything around this? What I was anticipating is that somebody, and if you don't, I may look into it. Could we make a tool where we could put in our wallet and see how many points we have if we liquidated everything in our wallet, right? It'd be an astronomical number for me. Could that give me enough of a gauge to know if I'm going to be in that 333? I don't know. I won't know for a while. Exactly, Red Ranger. You two ways you can play this game. Hold NFTs and then buy more NFTs to get into the top 333, or hold NFTs, buy NFTs to get your Fort Knox established so that you can sell and make money off those who are going to be in the 333. Pop and Stock, that's what I was debating. That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Fair enough. So I think individually you could probably go in and do a little math yourself and go, look, if I have this many NFTs, likelihood is that 60 or 70% are commons. You could break it down and you could do some rough math. But Chuck said, I'm going to hold until there's a Freddy I really want. I think that's a smart strategy. Red Ranger says, on drop inventory, if you look at each rarity individually, it tells you how many you have. Okay, now that's helpful. Let's look at that. Go to inventory. Go to, can I select all, or does it matter? Just filter. I'm looking at all by default. If I filter just rares, yeah, I have 2,506 rares. So you could build a quick little spreadsheet and plug in those numbers. I have 1,536 epics. I have 4,056 uncommons. I have 10,000. Oh, nope. I have 6,145 commons. You could use that real quick and put that into a spreadsheet and determine your points. That wouldn't be too hard to do. I could calculate it for a few accounts, but if plenty of people are curious, it will bust my API rate call. But Drop said that you'll see your point potential. Oh, okay, so they're going to show that in the app. Now, the only that's helpful if you're looking at your individual point potential and then you're looking at the leaderboard. But how many people are going to be holding back and hitting in that last 24 hours? That's where it's all going to happen. Everything in the first month is like whatever. You might see yourself on the leaderboard. That's great. But where are you going to be 2 months in, 3 months in? that's why I thought, and if Drop ever watches this and you're looking for a way to run season 2 or season 3, which I'm sure you're not, and just ignore what I say, I thought it would be cool to take the Tops approach like they did with blending and crafting, and do a season, but every other week on like Tuesday, you list the bounty. Here are 10 NFTs. For every one of these NFTs you turn in, you'll get X number of points. If you turn in a whole set of all of them at once, you get a little bonus. Rinse and repeat. Do that as many times as you want. In 2 weeks' time, on the next Tuesday, which is not a drop day, we'll put up a new bounty. So people are playing throughout the entire season, spreading out the way they're burning their NFTs. And every time a bounty drops, it is revealed on the website, those certain NFTs are going to spike. Going to go up so fast. All of us could jump on there and be trying to buy. Now, they may not have done something like that because they're concerned about the traffic possibly causing issues on their site. But we're already dealing with that on day one with epics and grails and legendaries. I don't think it'd be much different. I think that would spread out the game, make it more fun. And I don't think 3 months is a long time. Again, I'm sure there's a reason. I'm not in their meetings. I'm not them. I'm not dogging them. I'm just thinking from my perspective, if I'm inventing a game. Hold on, I gotta look and see if this is a package I need to sign for. Oh, I think that's like our Orkin guy. I can ignore that. I think this game lends itself, for those who are thinking about it, to only being truly competitive in the last day. I think that's where everything's going to happen. It'd be really interesting to take a snapshot of the leaderboard 3 days before it ends, 2 days before it ends, and then the last day, and see how many changes there are. Because you're going to see all of a sudden somebody take first place that wasn't even in the running before. Unless there's a delay between you burning your NFTs and your points being rewarded to your account, last hour definitely going to look like a horror movie. Yep. And then there's going to be a lot of people who are like, but I was in the top 333 a whole time, and then I got knocked out in the last 24 hours. It's a game with parameters, and unfortunately you didn't see the writing on the wall. I think it would be interesting if it was only for certain series or certain rares, grails, and such from a variety of series, so you don't know until they announce. 100%. And guess what? Again, that could be season 2, season 3, etc. The season 1 is all about just culling down the overall inventory of all the NFTs that are out there. That's going to shrink that population down, and that's going to increase or decrease the supply, increase the demand and the value. Yeah, but plenty of people want to see their name at the top of the whole time because that's just how and that's fine. They're playing the game in a different way. They won't win the game, but it benefits everyone because they're burning stuff. And for those of us who are holding, win-win. The link to the blog post, yeah, you can Google Drop Arcade, and you can get the blog post. But I'll go back and drop the where is it? I'll drop the link for you. I'm sharing this with all of you because you guys who are here with me regularly, I love to share. I love to share the wealth. I want us all to have a chance to win. You can go out and tell your friends if you want to, but if I were you, I wouldn't go tell this to the world. Don't be putting it on every post, because if everybody hears this, it'll only strengthen what that last 24 hours looks like. Let the other people figure it out on their own. But if you got a friend you want to warn, maybe tell them, hey, Sully thought this through. Here's his theory. Maybe wait until the end, or don't even participate in season 1. Darth Wackle says, Sully, I finally have the entire Star Wars set minus 1 of 1s. It's not going into Drop Arcade. So I saw quite a few people saying, and I'm very proud of those posts that I saw. Not proud. It makes me happy to see people going, I like my NFTs. I don't want to burn them. And I'm totally with them. I'm not going to burn all mine ever. I'm going to probably keep one of every NFT for as long as I possibly can. I want to collect. I want to have one of every Funko NFT if I can. I won't have the 1-of-1s, but you know what I mean, the others. And I'm like 95% complete at this point. NU Top 100, let's go. Don't share it on Discord. I really wish the series token were used for something special beyond just the 200 points, but better price compared to Professor Josh. Again, I'll say this to every comment and this is not picking on you or trying to be defensive or angry or mean or anything. To every comment that not ridicules, the comments on the way season 1 will work, and that I wish this, I wish that. Just like I always said when people were you made series 1 of Dexter, those pops are great, but what about this? Why didn't you make this? There could be series 2, meaning season 2, season 3, season 4. They can change the rules and make things up as they go. They're going to take feedback from season 1, see how it goes. They're going to change the rules for season 2 and make it work differently. I'm hoping drastically differently. And so every season becomes a little different, and to me, possibly a little more fun. Randy, I thought somebody had mentioned, was it you, that you might send one? I didn't get a chance to look. I don't think I have one yet. Coin. Go to catalog. No, I still didn't get one yet. I will at some point. I think Rick and Morty is next for me. Star Wars was my first complete. That's dope, Darth Pico. Yeah, Randy, you don't have to do that. I'm going to be fine. I'll scoop one up at some point. There are 45 available for sale right now, and 1,388 are in wallets in total. I find it incredible that there is really more Darkheart Franny Grails than Freddy Royal. Oh, yeah, I was going to mention that today. I think that the 25 days is up for the Dark Valentine stuff. I completed my first royalty set. I don't know how much I spent in total, but I think I did pretty good compared to where the current value is at. There are only 346 royalty sets completed at this point. And yeah, I was buying right there at that low point. Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, whenever that was. I was buying right there. And now it's starting to crawl back up because I think that window is done. Now, this number could still make 500 pretty easily, I think. Because if you look at the market and you look at the epics, there are 34 available, 25 available, 39 available, etc., etc. So I think you can hit at least 400, maybe all the way up to 500. But that's still going to be probably under how many grails are in wallets. There you go, Darth Wacko. So it's up. Randy, see, that is me. You don't have to do that, Randy. That's very sweet of it, but you don't have to do that. No burn announcement. Does it even matter? If they're not eligible to purchase anymore, they're not going anywhere. Now, if they were to, please God don't do this, but if Drop were to go, oh, we're going to put those up for sale, oh my God, that would be horrible. I hope they stick with, you can only get them with the rewards points, that's it. And now they're no longer accessible, therefore they're essentially burned. It doesn't matter. Lemexis says, I have a small question regarding any Funko. Those legendary NFT can still be redeemed in 4 to 5 months? No. So Lemexis, let me go to my graphic on screen here that still needs some work. Hopefully you can make all this out. Look at every project as a timeline. The day the packs come out, then you have 120 days to complete any sets, open packs, get your legendaries, get your grails, all that. And then 120 days after the packs drop, there's a snapshot. That information on when the snapshot occurs or occurred is always visible in the diamond here on Drop's website. What's up? Hey, Dan Asker, what's up, baby? Always available in the diamond. So if you have a question on a certain project, you could come down and go, okay, hey, maybe it's Funkoween Series 2. The snapshot took place on March 30th. So if you got a coin, let me back it up. If you had a legendary, you had to have it in your wallet prior to March 30th at 11 a.m. in order to get a redemption coin. Once the redemption coin is issued, once the snapshot ends and the coin's issued, your legendary, grail, ultra, mythic NFTs and your ability to complete a royalty set, that is expired. It's over. Those are no longer any good. Starting at the time that the snapshot takes place and for 30 days, right here, the redemption period, the only thing that has true value anymore towards getting a physical pop are the redemption coins. So your grail, legendary, mythic if applicable, ultra if applicable, and your royalty coins, redemption coins. You got to have redemption in the title. Then for that 30 days, those have value. You can buy and sell, trade, acquire, whatever you got to do to get them in your wallet. But you got to turn them in, because once the redemption ends, then the redemption coins also have zero value towards getting a physical pop. They'll still have value as an NFT on the market, but they won't have any value to get a physical pop. That ship has sailed, doors are closed, it's over. At that point, you'll have to buy them from a friend, the tertiary market, eBay, Mercari, a show, whatever. And that's clearly defined for every project. Not only can you look at the diamond, you can go to the drops section up here on drop. Go to a drop. Let's go back to an older one. Let's pick horror here, WB Horror, which came out April 30th last year. If you scroll to the very bottom here, there's a timeline. And you can look at it. The wording is weird. It says redemption is open, should say snapshot. Redemption is closed. That makes sense. So that means at that point, after that date, the redemption coins have no value. And then you've got your physical collectible shipped, which is, they put in an exact date, but it's, a range. But that's on every project. You go to the bottom of the page on the drop, and you can look at those dates and know if you're within the 120-day collection period or the 30-day redemption period. Those are your two big dates. Red Ranger says possible to pull 1-of-1s, or now the more rare cards will have more value with the arcade. So there are still some packs that contain 1-of-1s. There is a utility from, whoops, wrong button. There is a utility from Climbing Moon. ClimbingMoon.com. He has this, where is it? 1-of-1 Hunter. And if you go in there, you can look per project and see any 1-of-1s that are left in packs. You can see that. For instance, there is a Max Token Head 1-of-1 in the plastic.funko drop. And then if you go out to the side here, you can see there are, where is it? Remaining packs, 1,296. So you could still buy one of those packs, or if you still had one in your collection, you could open it and you could still possibly pull a 1-of-1. So interesting, we won't see this. There's not a tracker that I'm aware of that charts out, but I bet we'll see all the packs go up slightly, even for completed collections. Previous unredeemed coins do not have a value. Yeah, that's in the article. None of this should be a surprise. If you're going to participate, you should read for sure. But if you come down here, other items that can be converted include drop stickers, digital pop monthly bonus, fan rewards. Users cannot convert the following digital collectibles. Redemption tokens do not count. You can't get points for those. Items from the Drop Monsters collection can't count, don't count. And items without a rarity, i.e. packs, are not eligible to convert for points. I mean, you can also get that information by looking at the chart and saying, well, packs aren't on there, so they don't have points, but they defined it. What's up, Funkin' Crypto? Poppin' Duo, what's happening? How are you now? Poppin' Duo, it's a tough thing to answer in a quick little chat on Twitch here, but have you guys done a video about what you think on Drop Arcade, or do you have a quick opinion on what you think about it? Do you think you'll compete in Season 1? Do you think you'll make the top 333? Are you going to hold? Have you been buying? I'm interested to see what some folks... I'm interested to see what everybody here is thinking. Like, will you compete in Season 1? Are you waiting to see what happens? Are you actively buying right now? How about Star Wars Premium Pack selling for 4? Selling for, I don't think is right. I think it's listed for. And I always make that distinction, not to pick on you, but to just because people get the wrong idea in their head. You mentioned it the other day. I didn't go look, but Star Wars pack listed for $14.99, $1,499. If we go to the catalog, yeah, look. But if you click on that, and by the way, I have one. If you click on that and you scroll down, available listings, there's only 4 listed, meaning Only 4 people have them in their wallet and have listed them for sale. But if we come down, 123 holders, and some may have multiple packs. And we could look elsewhere and we could determine how many complete packs, like take 30,000 minus 29,604. That means there's 490 or 396 packs left in existence. One's not going to sell for $14.99. If we go to view history, we can see that recently a pack sold for $55, but that was 4 months ago. That was 4 months ago. It's not going to sell at $14.99. There's no way. Somebody just has put them up there. Like, let's look at the list. Do I have mine listed? I might have mine listed for sale. I think I was the only one with listed for sale at one point. Let's see. Nope, I'm not on the list. I never did put mine up for sale. But look at it. $14.99, $1,500, $2,500, $5,555. You would think that's me. Oh, it's pack number 5. I'd love to have that, but I'm not spending that kind of money. That's ridiculous. They put it up for $55. I might buy it. Automod check on my message due to burn word. Wait, burn? Burn shouldn't hold anything. Crypto Boogie says, I'm not doing season 1. I just started collecting. Smart move. Smart move. Now, the second question I think you have to ask yourself is, do I see an opportunity, though, still now to acquire some NFTs in anticipation of building my collection and therefore being able to compete in future seasons? I don't know if you were here for the previous part of the conversation, but I think season 2, season 3, etc. will look different and provide people who are not whales or flippers, as the terms that people keep throwing around, will allow other people to play in the game as well. Need a 1-on-1 to hopefully get on the leaderboard. I don't think you do. I don't think you do, Darkfang. I think the 1-on-1s are what people are focusing on because they have a big point total attached to them. There are only an average of 5 1-on-1s for a project, because some have 3, some have 6, some have none. We're 60 projects in. That's 300 max. A small fraction of those may be redeemed. If you do the math and look at that chart on the collection track, on the Drop Arcade points, if you look at this chart, your money spent to get 100,000 points, minimum right now is $400 or $500, doesn't make any sense. Do the math, come on down. How many Ultra's a bad one. How many epics would it take to get to 100,000 points? And how much per epic on average, and what does that total come up to? I'm with Darth Wacko. I think if you burn a 1-on-1, you're silly. A 1-of-1 is the rarest NFT for Funko you can get. And depending on the license, one day when people stop harshing on NFTs, digital collectibles, and it becomes more accepted and commonplace, a 1-of-1 Funko NFT could be like holding a Honus Wagner or a Mickey Mantle that grades a 10. We're not looking at that now. That's not happening now. You can laugh if you want. But in 5, 10, 15 years, depending on where NFTs go, a 1-on-1 could be one of the most valuable things on the planet. To burn it now for the purpose of getting a freaking pop, I don't think that's a smart move. So I don't think a 1-on-1 is maybe a few will get burned, but I don't think we'll see a lot burned. That's a good guess here, The Revenge. We should put together some sort of game and see who's right. My guess is like 4. There's going to be somebody who didn't do the math. They didn't do the reading. They're going to make a quick assumption. They're going to go spend $400 on a 1-on-1 and go, I just secured my spot in the top 333. That makes sense. I'm willing to spend that money. Dan Asker, I don't know what the percentage stands here, but I'm not underestimating. I'm estimating 4 as my level of stupid. 4 will sell or will burn. Do I think 100,000 will be enough to get into the top 333? No, I don't even have a way of calculating it, but based on the fact that grails are 1,000 points, and I know there's some people that are holding hundreds. No, I don't think 100,000 is gonna do it, but we'll see. I mean, clip that and let's check back in 3 months. Right now, I'm just using this season as an opportunity to grab some on budget. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. OPE Automod got me. What? Is that a link? I said 1 million will not even be enough for top 3. A million? You might be right. To get 1 million points, you divide by, let's just look at epics. You would need 20,000 epics alone. You break that up, and let's say you had like 5,000 epics and 100 legendaries and 20 grails. You might be able to get to 1 million points. Somebody's going to want to be in that top spot. Somebody's going to get in that 333, and at the last second, they're going to drop a chunk of grails or something just to get the number 1 place. But I think it's a silly move. You do get a 101. If I remember right from the details, there is going to be, for first, second, and third, there's going to be an additional bonus item. Top 3 winners will receive those stickers. Plus, so you're going to get the top 333 sticker, which is an NFT, and a first, second, or third place Drop Arcade digital sticker with their DP name included on the digital collectible. So you'll get a 1 of 1, either your gold, silver, or bronze, with your name on it. That's kind of cool if you hold. Not so cool if you're going to sell. No. When they say sticker, it's a digital sticker. It says digital top 333 sticker. It's going to be an NFT, a sticker similar to the ones that you redeem from San Diego Comic-Con or Designer Con or New York Comic-Con last year with the code. Yeah, it's not an actual sticker, though they could easily make that too. But Texas, Sully seeing some of the new exclusive numbered con pops come out with the numbers on the box. Think Drop will stop printing numbered stickers and just print them on the box like this as well. They already did it with the flocked sticker I seen on the... So the sticker... Yeah, let's look at that next. The article came out from... who was that? I just blanked, but I retweeted it, so we'll just go to my tweets. Screen Rant? Is it Screen Rant? Oh, I don't care about that. I just want the top pop, honestly, LOL, because I feel like it'll be expensive when people get them in physical form. It's easily going to be a $300 pop. Will it be a $500 or $1,000 pop? If that pop goes to $1,000 and Minnie Mouse at 400 and something pieces is still sitting at $150 to $200, I will be furious because it makes 0 cents. 0 cents for that to happen. I'm thinking it's a $300 pop at best. I'm going to wait and maybe scoop one up off the tertiary market one day instead of burning my NFTs. McD! Sully, can I get your opinion on my last comment? I'm really curious what you think. Let me see if I can get to it without it jumping on me. It's not easy for me to go back up through the comments, sadly. Oh, here we go. What I'm really curious about is I want to see if any of the whales split their cards between accounts to have multiple spots. It's possible. It's very possible. Yeah. I think some might attempt, but they're going to have to play that last hour game. If I were them, I would cement my place in the top 333 in that final hour and hold back a chunk of NFTs to make any moves necessary to stay in the 333. But would you have time? You'd have to have 2 massive wallets. Go in with 1, see where you're at, and at the last second, dump in stuff from wallet 2. If wallet 1's not even in there, what's the point? I don't think it's going to be very easy to do. Hear the Revenge? I hope you're right. I'd like to be able to get one. I wonder what will happen to the average value of the old cards. Theoretically should increase, but not sure it will transpire. I think it will because it's not a single season effort. We're talking multiple seasons. So season 1 will end, the supply will be diminished, and then going into season 2, we have new game, new strategies. They've already said the points could be adjusted, but I think the game itself could be adjusted. And there will be a demand for those NFTs. The question is, the season 1 pops, if they get delivered and sold on the tertiary market during season 2, that will help dictate how excited people are about getting whatever the prize for season 2 is. If those pops are selling for $500 a piece, people will start playing the game based on $500. Dark Fang, this is all new. They've announced that season 1 would be 3 months. and I keep saying this, and it'll be lost on a lot of people, but every season could be different. Season 2 could be a week. I seriously doubt it will be. I think it'll probably be 2 or 3 months, but they can change anything. They've got all of season 1, 3 months to watch and see what happens, gather data, look at the supply on the market, look at what they have. They must have another mold already for season 2 ready, an idea. It's a very long time, Hear the Revenge. To me, it's way too long, but that's just because I'm excited about moving forward. I'm not picking on their choice, their decision. I'm just excited about moving forward. Isn't this brilliant? This is so funny. So funny. Oh, wait, what? The Screen Rant post got deleted? I noticed when the Screen Rant posted, they did not post an article on their website about these NFTs. It was just the post. We're only back 6 hours. They post a lot. Is there still a tweet anywhere? There's got to be. They probably corrected it. If not, what game are Funko and them playing? Because with the drop being March 11th. Are you kidding me? They didn't repost it? Let's try this. Screen Rant Avatar Funko. Here we go. Nope, not messing with any kind of leak accounts. This is not technically a leak, but I'm not messing with leak accounts. We'll look at Skittles Rampage. Skittle Rampage is a Funko content creator on YouTube. He took these images from a tweet that officially went out. That is not a leak. We'll look at the images here that were in the... They never posted an article, but they posted all this. Well, so here's the thing. Somebody was asking me about this. Randy C. was asking me about this. A leak is something that Funko doesn't want out. It was this, Dark Fang, the announcement of the Avatar Series 2. Funko doesn't want something to go out based on the contract they have with the licensor. So in the case of Avatar, which is what, Nickelodeon, they worked with Funko and said, you have the license and you can make these NFTs and these pops. They got approval to do so. In the approval process, they designated a date and time and methodology for allowing people to see the reveal. Funko didn't want to put it on Drop. Drop didn't want to put it on Drop on the website or anywhere else because they worked with a partner in Screen Rant that could put the information out so that they get the views, and then Funko will eventually put it on their website. But they're not going to put it at the same time because it would take away from what Screen Rant is doing. This is a practice that they've done many times before. For whatever reason, Screen Rant either pulled the trigger too early or they got something wrong, maybe using an old image or the wrong date or something. But there's a reason that they pulled that tweet. It's unfortunate, but that was an official reveal. Even if they took it down, it was an official reveal. So this is not a leak. This was put out. They made a mistake, whatever. This is not somebody drilling down into the code and trying to get into the servers for Funko and Drop and then getting an image and pasting their stupid watermark all over it and going, look what I found. Everybody follow me. I'm a god. That is the stupidest thing ever. You're not helping anything for Funko and Drop when you do that. And a lot of people will argue otherwise, but you're wrong. Because what happens when those leaks happen is it can cost Funko the partnership with Nickelodeon, and therefore they cannot do stuff in the future. Those leak accounts should be sued into non-existence. And you know the ones I'm talking about, and they should be sued and held accountable, liable for doing exactly what Funko's told them not to do. Hopefully less stickers missing with having it on the box. Yo, what's up, Robert? How are you now? Thanks for coming by. Now, on the flip side, I will say this, and I've had these discussions with many people. Funko has really not done as thorough a job on revealing product that is going out to the public. Like, there's pops that'll end up on your shelf at Target or on Entertainment Earth's website or whatever that they've never announced. Once those products are out, it's fine to talk about them. But they got no marketing. They got no buzz. And some people will argue that the leak accounts are helping to build the buzz and spread the information. That's fine. They can do it when the product's out, not before it is announced or out. If they do it before it's announced, it's a leak, and it can get Funko in trouble. It's a very clear line and shouldn't be argued whatsoever. But people think you can make anything sound like it's fair and good, and I can do it just because. And they shouldn't. But anyway, I get off my high horse. Here were the announcements that came through Screen Rant of the pops that are coming. And per Professor Josh, they've moved the stickers, which I assume are printed on the box, but could still be a sticker where they just left space for it. For Flocked, our first ever Flocked pop, which is dope. And if you look, that's the royalty. It's Proto as Appa. I would have liked it to have been Freddy, but it makes sense that it would be Proto because it's an animal as Appa, and it's Flocked. That is dope. I don't think it'll be as valuable as a Freddy would be, but the fact that it's Flocked is awesome. Avatar Roku is the Grail. Look at the mold for this thing. I pulled this up today because remembering back to Avatar Series 1, this is one of the coolest Freddy molds ever made. Hands down. That is such an amazing pop. And it'd be interesting to see if the value on that has gone up since the announcement. Nope, printed on the box. They have it for WonderCon pops coming up this month too. Okay, there you go. We got Vatu, a legendary, glows in the dark, and there's an image of the glow in the dark over here, I believe. Nope, but it was in the other thing they posted that showed the glow of the eyes and stuff. So it's really his eyes and the logo on his chest. Soka, if that's how you say it. If you don't, I'm sorry. In Wolf Mask, legendary. Korra, Spirit, legendary. Another fantastic mold. Actually, all these are. But I love these kind of ice blue pops. I think they're really cool. I don't know, if you went back through history, I don't know that the value of them is all that high. There's a few ones that have done really good. And then Aang in armor is the legendary, and it's got metallic. Just the Flocked and the metallic alone, those are both fire pops, as you intended with the pun. These are amazing. I'm not even an Avatar fan. I love them. I'll be going after it. The sentiment around this drop, which is the most important part before the drop actually happens, is extremely high. If you had to rate this 1 out of 10, seems it's a 10. Based on the sentiment from I'm not the one to talk about this. Sentiment for me on it is cool molds, whatever. I would rather have Back to the Future or another Freddy drop. But I only care really in the long run for value's sake on some of these. What's the overall sentiment from the community? And it's a 10 out of 10. Fire Nation Aang is still the highest value NFT grail. I think it was last we checked. That and Harry Potter were kind of fighting close to one another. I agree. All the Iron Maidens were awesome, BG Dub. Flocked, metallic, and 2 glow-in-the-dark. Fantastic. That is premium. That's the premium they were chasing when they made oversized deluxe Star Wars. Do we know how many packs? No, I don't believe that was in the post, and there was never an article on Screen Rant. The variant logo being on the box instead of a sticker is going to bug me, but at least I don't have to worry about uneven stickers. I think why they did it was because they forgot those metallic stickers before, and they're like, how can we attack this in a way that won't have us sending out stickers? It costs us hours of labor and the cost of reprinting the stickers and the cost of shipping. They lost thousands of dollars every time they forgot a sticker. A Harry Potter Grail sold for $1,000. Says here the Revenge. Dark Fang says, for arcade, you think the box design will be similar to the NFT box design, but instead of saying digital, say arcade? I bet it still says digital, but the logo top center might say drop arcade. But I bet in the upper left-hand corner it still says pop digital. Oh, do you, Randy? I've done it before, but I tried not to. Cheaper printing it on the box, money savings. Probably that too. And that's a smart move. If they can cut some costs here and there to keep the program going, I'm all for it. It is interesting. It'll be interesting. Somebody just said, I think that they're going to be doing this for other conventions and stuff, like WonderCon. Did some have it on the box? That's really interesting. No worry about missing stickers or peeling. Peeling stickers is also an issue. If any of you have the first Hot Topic exclusives, I had a bunch. Daryl in the parka thing, the stickers would just fall off of over time. There were several others that did the same thing. They happened in my collection. I'm banking that the Frontman Grail NFT pop will surpass $1,000 after Season 3 drop in a couple of months. I'm going to be submitting my Funko Pop to PS. Oh, I want to know more about that tech as you submit. I have a box of stuff that needs to be submitted that I still haven't because I've just been waiting. But it's time for me to... I've got some true fire to submit for PSA grading. The last I checked, I don't think that the PSA 9s and 10s of Pops was necessarily fetching a super high return, like a 2x, 3x, 4x versus their counterpart ungraded, but I haven't checked in a while. That could be... Wait till they run a sale? Oh, PSA runs a sale? Yeah. I gotta go take a quick bio break, gang. Let's get a game of Twitchy Tides going while I'm gone. And when I come back, we'll pick up on the game and the conversation. But I drink a lot of water, and it's hitting me right now. Let me get this fired up. Somebody test it for me, make sure it works, and then I'll go. Oh, smart tech. I wish I could do that locally. Great, it's not working. I'm gonna fix it when I come back. I can't wait anymore. Okay, sorry, gang. I know people are still trying, but I had to. CS Ocean. Nice. Let's see. I may have to reconnect Twitch. Reset. Clear Twitch and any saved preferences. Go back. Log in. This usually fixes it. I found my first chase in the wild in about 2 years, and it was a sweet Dragon Ball, the movie Super Saiyan Gogeta. Gogeta? I don't know how you say that. That's amazing. Chases in the wild are just so fun. Okay, let's try again, gang. Exclamation point play. Let's see if that gets you in. Should. Yep, there it goes. Okay. We're going to be giving away, I think I have another Priscilla Emerald City Comic Con. Let me double check that while you guys are entering. She said I could keep one for myself and the ladies. But I think I had maybe 4 or 5. I tried to space it out so we could lead all the way up to this weekend. I have 4 packs, so I can give away one. I will give away that now. And first place. If you get first place, you're going to get a Sune pack from Priscilla, which looks like this. Oh, come on. There you go. Upper left here. The Sune promo pack. It contains, is it 1 or 2 NFTs? You get 1. And you'll either get the common or the rare in here. I think these will probably go up for sale, the full drop. I'm guessing this weekend. Let's see if we can glean anything from this. These are just promo packs. There's only 10 of the rares and 90 of the commons. I imagine she's got more coming this weekend. Just promo packs only. Okay, all right. I'm glad you're here, Priscilla. That's awesome. So very limited. You get one of these rares, very, very limited. Let's see on the market. Has anybody opened one and put it up for sale? Oh, you can get a common for $1.33. That's pretty inexpensive. That's a good deal, actually. My opinion. I'm hoping to get one in my pack. I haven't opened my pack yet. Let's see. I doubt one of these is on the market. Let's see. Yeah, none on the market. Yeah, since I'm not giving out NFTs at ECCCCCC, I wanted to throw in something rare for the promos. Very smart. Oh, Randy C., you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. You really didn't have to do that. I appreciate you. Priscilla in with a resub, 57 months at Tier 1. Thank you, Priscilla. I appreciate you. And Project Gonzo as well, 49 months. Appreciate you. Walking Miracle Tier 2, 53 months. And I think Zach Bonifer was the last one I had read before that. He gifted out a community sub. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for keeping me. One rare has been pulled. Okay. I didn't see how many packs have been opened, but I'm giving away the last pack I'll be giving away on stream right now to first place. If you have a codename Kitty in as your fish and you get first place, you'll also get 10 million Wolf. Fifth place, we'll get a Twitchy Tides single fish pack. So you guys get on in there. I'll set a timer for a couple minutes. Give me a timer for 2 minutes. There we go. So anybody coming in just now, we had a pretty good discussion about Drop Arcade, speculation, theories. That's all it is. We don't have all the details yet. They could still drop some details that will change the course of Season 1 between now and when they launch or at launch time. We'll see. But I think most of the details are out. Don't have quitter's mentality. Look at it as an opportunity. If you don't think you can get in that 333 in Season 1, look at an opportunity to acquire for Season 2, Season 3, Season 4, or for what you're holding to go up in value, theoretically, towards the end of Season 1. If I'm you and you don't think you're going to make it in the top 333, set your reminder for whenever they say the last day of this thing is. Set your reminder to be watching that day. Take some time and be ready to put your stuff up for sale. What's up, Mortal Wombats? A free Agar pack this morning. No idea what it's for. Yeah, I got something. Be very careful with that stuff that's just airdropped to your wallet. I got, let me scroll back a bit. I got some free pack. If it comes from somebody you don't know in a project you don't know, that's spam. They shouldn't be doing it. There you go. I got this, whatever this is. Is that your Agar? Oh, that's online in. That's okay. But I got some random pack the other day. This one, Sprout pack from, yeah, Agar. I don't know anything about it, but there's 3,854 packs. Cheapest one on the market's $1.30. I might have been involved in something that got me this free pack. I don't know. I'm not going to report them as spam or say anything bad because they haven't hammered me with this stuff. Glitches don't typically happen. Yeah, I figured, Darth Wacko. This was probably maybe we signed up for something for future information, or we entered a giveaway and we didn't read, and somewhere in there it said, hey, you might get stuff from this collection in the future. I'm not too concerned about it. What I wouldn't do, though, you can click on these to look at the attributes, but don't ever go to a URL that's included in these attributes, especially if it asks you to log in. Don't do it. Just burn the thing and get it out of your wallet. You could sell it, but if you think it's somehow bad and it was trying to take advantage of you, don't pass the buck to somebody else. Users from Uncut started sending random things out a while back. That's kind of sketchy. It's spam and you're not supposed to do it. But it said just by being active on Wax. That's not enough unless Wax is sending it. You really should have to opt into something or show interest in order to get anything airdropped to your wallet. There's some terms of service, I'm sure, out there. I haven't read them closely. I don't send anything to anybody unless they come by and enter a giveaway or fill out one of my forms or enter to win a pack, and that's all written in there that's going to happen. There you go. Pop and Sock will take it. I didn't see any links or anything to be super concerned about, but if you ever get a thing in your wallet and you feel like it's targeting people to take advantage, just burn it. Don't sell it on the market for 10 cents because you're just passing the buck to somebody else. That's not right. Don't do that. Okay, it's time to run this game. Last 10 seconds to get in, and then we'll run it. Am I in? Let me get in. All right, I am registered. All right, we're kicking this game off in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Best of luck. First place getting that. Oh, look at all them kitties. First place getting that beautiful pack, Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive NFTs from Priscilla. And then 5th place going to get a Twitchy Tides pack. If a kitty wins first, they also get a 10 million woof bonus. Don't forget to use your special abilities. If you don't know your ability, it's probably Roar. Or you can type in exclamation point ability in the chat on Twitch to see what your ability is. Zach Bonifer just said no. I'm guessing he's out. Got some roars going down. Are we getting any baddies? What's the deal? Uh-oh, I just brought some people back. You may have come back if you've been knocked out before. FYI, that was an accidental push on a button on my part. Bad time for ads. Oh, it says ad break ends in 50. Of course, I lined it up just wrong time. I guess all the more reason to sub, though. If you can do it, I would appreciate it. A lot of kitties still rolling around in there. There you go, Hear the Revenge. Use that Twitch Prime. I haven't mentioned it in a long time, but if you're here and you have Amazon Prime and you have not already connected it to your Twitch wallet or Twitch account, you should, because you get 1 free sub a month that you have to go in and apply manually. So you go to sub and then scroll down, and there's an option to use your Prime sub. Don't let that go. That's free money you get every month. You can use it here or somewhere else. Savage Tier 2, 55 months. Let's go, Savage. How's Disney? All right, we got some people left. I don't want to say any names or describe any fish. I only watch CS Sully on Twitch, so I use it here. I appreciate Hear the Revenge. Really? You don't watch anyone else? Man, I'm honored. I am honored. Thank you for your support. They are certainly fish. Yep. It's like a John Madden. We got 7 fish left, and one of them is definitely going to win. One of these is going to come out victorious. The others will lose. Ooh, Notorious caught one. Sorry. There went Darth Wacko. Ooh. I used to back in the day, but as I've gotten older, I stopped watching as much. I totally understand. I'm hit or miss. Some days when I'm working, I have on streams. Other days I need to focus. I've been doing a lot with ChatGPT lately, and I really need to focus to understand what it's doing and what it's asking me for and what it's telling me. Priscilla, I don't know if you were here. Did you see my updated checklist tool? I've made some changes to it. It's coming along nicely. I don't know if you have any interest. You don't have to answer me here. If you have any interest to putting a tracker for your Sune on your website, once I get this thing up and running, you're welcome to the. You're welcome to use it on your site. Just think about it. You don't have to answer me now. Boo, all the kitties are gone. We're going to need 9 lives. More than 9 lives. And no, TB420 found the mine. Found the depth charge, leaving Poppinstock, who was willing to take those freebies from you. We can look at it again in a minute, Priscilla. Poppinstock, you're in first place. You don't have Codename Kitty, but that's okay. You're still getting that beautiful Priscilla pack. Yeah, Darth Wacko, I did not pick the winner over the weekend. Dang it, I got to pick that winner. I got to put that on my list of things to do as well. Sune, last one I'm giving away. Thank you, Priscilla, for trusting me by giving me some of these packs to give away. I'm going to send that one to you, Poppinstock. You know the drill on how to open these. I don't think you need any info. Disney is awesome. Favorite ride of the trip, the Tron Light Cycle Run in Animal Kingdom. Oh, I can't wait. I get to try it in a little over a month. Priscilla, I sure will. I sure will. Let me do Tex. Oh, it's Funko Addict Tech in 5th. Let's go. I'm going to get you your Twitchy Tides fish. You know, I just learned something. I feel really stupid for not having caught this earlier. But you can open these packs in Atomic Hub. Did you guys know that? I keep telling everybody to go to NFT blocks, but you can actually open them from within Atomic Hub. That would be awesome, Justin. You were giving one out too? I know Twitchy... No, that's what I meant. Twitchy Tides. I control the Twitchy Tides Twitter, or I run it, not control it. Came at the right time to Orlando for our nice weather. Oh, nice. Check this out. If you didn't know this, if you go to your inventory, go to Twitchy Tides, look up your packs, which I just earned a pack. This number 188. Wait. I have to double check and see if I earned that or if that was sent to me by Pop Paragon. I don't remember winning a 25 fish pack. I won a 10 the other day, but I don't remember winning a 4. I'm not opening it if it's not mine to open. But if you have a pack like this one that you want to open, you go to the 3 dots, and it takes a second, but there is an unpack with a wrench icon. Because of the way it was built correctly by Pop Paragon, you can unpack in Atomic Hub to save you from having to go to Nefty and all that other places if you don't want to. But like Walking Miracle, you have a preference, stick with it for sure. Don't forget, we won't run another game. No, let's run another game while I'm chatting. No Priscilla pack. I'm going to open mine in just a minute so we can see it. For this one, we'll give away a Twitchy Tide single fish pack for first place and 5th place. Let's do 2 packs for first place and 1 pack for 5th place. Let's do that. 2 for first, 1 for 5th. And if you have a codename Kitty and you win first place, you'll get 10 million wolf. Let's open my Priscilla pack. I'm going to go over, might be able to do it from Atomic Hub, but I'm going to go to Nefty Blocks, and I'm going to look up Sune. Is that a raid? Veriman raiding with 3! Thank you, Veriman. Thank you, Veriman. Appreciate you. Welcome over, everybody. How you doing? We're playing some Twitchy Tides if you want to jump in. Right there. There's Drumar, Devils, Falconer. Some of y'all might have already been here. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate you for trusting your audience to come over to me. We're playing some Twitchy Tides. I'll give me a timer for 2 minutes. We're giving away 2 packs to the first place person, Twitchy Tide single fish packs, and 1 pack to the 5th place person. If you have a codename Kitty, which you can earn back in our Extra Life days by purchasing certain NFTs that were dropped for charity. All that money went to charity. And you got the codename Kitty, use it, because if you get first place with codename Kitty, I'm going to give you 10 million wolf on top of 2 packs of Twitchy Tides fish. While you guys are entering, I'm going to go over, Priscilla was kind enough to give me some packs of her Emerald City Comic Con drop, and I'm going to open Mint 24. 23 for me. Does that work? Yeah. I love the pack. It's a shame when we open packs we can't keep the pack, like an empty pack. I know some drops actually do that, but it requires a lot of extra work. And I'm going to open that one. Let's wish me the luck. Come on, rare. Come on, rare. If I get the rare, I'll go buy the common. I'll have both. If not, I'll have to wait it out and check the market. Mint number 5 rare. Let's go. Mint 88 common. Still love it. Once this thing hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious So I got the common. I'll be looking for a rare on the market, though. Thank you, Priscilla. I appreciate it. Those are awesome. I love the stamp look. It's such a cool idea. Like the stamp rallies. I think is, of course, where you took that from. I love that idea. It'd be really cool in the future as I learn more about this checklist stuff. How cool would it be to have like blank stamps that if you collect that NFT, it shows that it's in the spot. I'm gonna let you guys continue to enter this while we look at. I'm gonna go check back real quick on my website. I've been working with ChatGPT to do some Python. I'm sorry, not Python for this HTML coding for my website. And I'll drop this link again for anybody that might be interested in checking it out. I purposely buried it down the page a little bit while I'm refining everything. Let me fix the TikTok. While I'm refining everything, if you scroll down below the explanation of my NFTs, you'll find this area called the Nerds Unite Us Collection Tracker. Put in your wallet or someone else's. It's all on the blockchain, so you can look at whoever you want. And it's going to populate, going from most recent to oldest, the NFTs in my collection like a checklist. And this is dynamic. If I create a new NFT, it'll automatically create a section for it. They've broken them out by series. So the series, the Nerd Unite Battle Bowls with all the trophies and the awards is there. Let's look at one of my regular drops like Flawless here. If you have one of those NFTs based on the wallet you put in up here, it'll say, hey, you got that, white background, quantity owned 2. If you don't have it, it's going to show here with a gray background, and for now it's going to say quantity owned 0. Eventually, and I made it wider too, thank you for noticing that. Eventually what I want to do is add a bunch more feature sets to this, and one of the main things I want to do, which is not available anywhere else, is apply the logic that says if that NFT is still currently in a pool on Nifty blocks, which they have a specific name for, it'll be easier to find, fairly easy to find, then put on here still available via blend and have a link to where the blend is. I think I can do that. We'll figure it out. If not, one of the things I want to add is, like, if you want to try to pick up this VHS, maybe a little like that box with the arrow in the corner that we're familiar with from Nifty blocks, you'll click on that, it'll take you to the market if there's any available for sale. And then some other features that I want to add over time. My hope is to make a really fun checklist where you guys, instead of fighting through looking at blends and templates and all that, you can come in here and maybe even filter down and go, just show me Hoot and the Cows Place. Just show me the mythic cards. Just show me the logos. Just show me the shirts. And you can start to complete your collection. I would love that, Randy C, but that's out of the, it can't do that. we have to have a platform that'll sell with PayPal in order to do that, and we don't have that yet. That's such a shame that we don't have any credit card purchasing or PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, any of that available. It's a real shame that has been negated. I had just figured out doing it on Nifty blocks and then we all lost that privilege. Okay, we're in our final seconds. Everybody jump in. Again, first and fifth are going to get prizes. Or just sell directly as opposed to blending. Well, that's a whole different conversation, Randy C. You, of course, can skip the blends and buy on the secondary market. That's an option. Will I ever do that? Maybe. For right now, I love blends. I think it's such a cool functionality. I like the bit of the gamble on what you're going to get. No, Callard. The rest of the world will try to convince you that, but no. All right, here we go. We're going to kick this off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Best of luck, everybody. Sell at the price of the cost of the blend components, maybe a bit more. It's not really possible, I don't think, with the current setup without going through a lot of hoops. If I wanted to do blends and that, I mean. I could opt to just go that route, but then how do you do a 101? I'm going to sell a 101 for $10? I don't want to do that. I think it takes away from the fun of the blends. I mean, that's me personally. Maybe one day I'll do something like that as a test, but I just don't think it's fun. No offense to you. You're all entitled to our opinions, and you're always respectful in the way you share them. Oh, I've managed to last? Let's go. I'd love to pay myself 10 million, Wolf. I wouldn't do that, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to snap and bring anybody back. Oh no, Zach Bonifer. First no, now F. He's losing letters every time he dies. It's a real shame. CV? Close vacuum? G? Great. That's definitely great. What is CV? Or did a cat step on your keyboard? That's one of my favorites. Oh, Chuck. Met with the shark. Didn't go well. still in this thing? I can use my ability again. Ooh, hurry up. I hate that shark. VV, that's just a W. I'm not getting tricked. That's just a W. You messed up. Darth Wyko says he's just typing something so he can use the same command again. You know, you can just type in and put a number afterwards. That'll also work. So you could do roar 2, and then roar 3, and then roar 4. It's not the same command technically, but we'll still activate the command if you haven't used it in 30 seconds or whatever the time is. I thought people were trying to make their special ability go off multiple times. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. But that's not what they were doing. Yeah. I hate that shark forever. Chuck. Oh, got the crab. Almost put a plural on it. All right, we're down to 2. I'm not saying any name. Let's see who comes out on first. We could be distributing 10 million woof. Ooh, right over your noggins. That was a close one. I saw a really good post on Twitter the other day. Oh no, Bakavali. But somebody put out the etiquette for watching Twitch streamers, and I don't think we really have to worry about it with anybody here. But there were some really good things on there that like people will come in and do. Be like, come in and go, did you hear such and such just died? Or this horrible event just happened? Or they'll come in and be like, why do you only have 3 followers right or 3 viewers right now? Stuff like that. And I'm like, I have seen it happen, so I believe it's real. All right, Waxtails, you're up first. You're getting 2 packs. You don't have a codename Kitty. I'm not trying to bully you. I'm just saying. I've had a bonus in place for that. If you want to pick up a codename Kitty, we haven't checked the market in a while. There was one for just $5 the other day. Twitchy Tides pack. I'm sending you 2 of these. 2 single fish packs. 1 and 1. Sending that over now. I have a layover in Seattle next month. It will be funny if I am there while you're flying. Oh, hey, that'd be cool, Chuck. We gotta look at our schedules. You tell me a date. No, I'm just kidding. Let me look. By the way, if you guys, I tweeted this over the weekend too. If you guys have not used the TripIt app, I highly recommend it. It is the best travel app. There's the logo right. Oh, here. There's the logo right there for TripIt. This is brilliant. When you book airfare or a car rental or a hotel or parking or any of those other things associated with your travel, you'll get an email confirmation, right? All you have to do is go into the app and you set up and you say, this is my email address. I'll be sending emails from this. And then any email you get with any of those confirmations, you just forward it to plans@TripIt. And it will take that information and within like 10 seconds, it will create an itinerary for you. For instance, I can go back to an old itinerary. Here was TwitchCon's itinerary. It not only, there's no confirmations in here that'll get me in trouble. Not only does it lay it out in a way where you can see the dates in order. So if you made a mistake and like booked your hotels for the wrong nights or whatever, you'll see it as soon as it appears in here. You go, oh, it doesn't overlap correctly. I got my checkout on a date where I'm not flying. That doesn't make any sense, right? But all your information is in here with confirmation codes, email addresses, the original documents that were sent. So at any point, I can look in there at a trip, like one of those I just showed you, like my flight. I can click on it. It'll show me the duration of the flight. I can attach documents if I want. It's called TripIt, TripIt. I don't think I have any kind of referral or anything. You can also store your travel documents like passport, driver's license, whatever in there. I wouldn't recommend it. That could be dangerous. You can create a circle, inner circle. So if like you travel and you always want your mom to know where you're at or your significant other, you can give them access and then they can see all your details in case they got to track you down at a hotel or they need to know your flight number or whatever. You can monitor your loyalty programs and rewards if you get the pro version. I don't currently have the pro version. But just the pure fact that anytime I get an email and I'm getting Kelly into the habit of this now. We got our confirmation for whatever for a con, hotel, airfare, tickets. We just forward it, and it builds that itinerary in seconds, and that's all free. If you want to get the pro version, you can do some other perks. I think one of the things in the pro version was if you book your airfare, you can go in and say, I want to move up seats. I want to move closer to the front, or I want to move to an aisle or a window, and it will look for those options. And if it can get you that other seat, and I think might be some fees involved, but you can figure out what you're willing to spend, it'll book it for you. I was never able to get that to successfully work, but I thought it was pretty interesting. Oh, cool. Pop and stock. I'll take a look at that. Now I've rambled, and I don't know if I took care of business here. Waxtails, you were first. Did I send you the packs? I'll check real quick. Sorry, I got to talking. Is that something I can share on stream, Pop and Stock? Are you okay with that? I don't know. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know if that was meant to be not shown or what. You let me know. Come on. Okay, cool. Oh, geez, come on. I just need to know if you're holding these packs. Did I send them or not? I'm gonna have to go to blocks just to find out. I sent them. Okay. I did send them. And then 5th place, Joe Skittles. I'm sending you a pack. Definitely Pop and Stock. The data part of all the collecting is just so fun to me. I love theorizing on stuff too, and seeing if I'm right or not. I'm very often wrong, but occasionally I'm right, and I really like to be right. You're welcome, Joe Skittles. Let's see what it was that. Okay, here we go. I'll move this over. Here's the top 100 NFT holders. Let's see if we recognize any here. I know Jeff Las Vegas. Funko Slayer. There's Jeff Las Vegas GM and a DP, so in there twice. That's interesting. That's the number of assets. I am just off the top 100. I'm at 15, a little over 15 now. But this is interesting that it does tell you, hey, you've got a lot. Rare.dp, that's somebody that comes by here. But it doesn't take into account what you could have. This person could have 21,000 comments. But you could then plug in their address. Like we could take mykeatok.dp. All NFTs that stayed on Whatnot? What's that mean? Stayed on Whatnot? Like, I don't understand that. Whoa! This one person has 42,000 NFTs of just the DC stuff. 35,000 Dungeons and Dragons. Seems like they were really big a couple years ago, but haven't gone big on the latest stuff. That's what I'm garnering from this. Wow. That's nuts. And then if we wanted to filter that by... Can we filter that by Grail? We can't, looking at their wallet. Let's go mint lowest. Let's see how many mint ones they have. Whatnot stopped selling NFTs, so people had to transfer them to an account to sell, I believe. I never sold my NFTs on there, but knew people who did. Oh, so they closed that down and they got trapped there? Is that what you're saying? Interesting. Oh, they did? Tarjar and Puma? Interesting. I never understood how they were going to stick around. But I had some really cool stuff in there. I wish I could have converted into NFTs. I had some Buffy the Vampire Slayer protos and low mint numbers of the Funko stuff that was on Quid. If they could have made them NFTs one for one and ported them over to Wax, that'd have been huge. I started a home business building boats in my attic. Sales are going through the roof. I knew it was a joke from the get-go. I'm not sure if they ever let people back into transfer somehow. Well, they should have. Oh, no way. Some people would spend a ton of money, Allie. That's nuts. I spent a little money by joining some of the like clubs or services that you could do, and then you'd get free points, but I don't think I ever bought anything directly in there. I thought Quid was really cool. It was like an early look at what NFTs were going to be, and then when NFTs came around, they tried to do some Atari NFTs within Quid, but I just didn't understand how it even worked. I mean, I think digital collectibles are really a thing, but you have to have an exit strategy, and the exit strategy on there was really difficult to understand. Whereas on like Vivi, there's at least like they finally got an exit strategy in place. It caused a bit of a vacuum for a while. I don't know what it's like now, but I'm just curious. I was looking. This person has a few number ones, some number twos, low mint numbers, but like they clearly just bought in mass. I can't filter by rarity, only collection, which is interesting. But we could do this. If we went to sets and went to DC, because that was one they had so many of. How many grails do they have? Of DC Series 1, they only have one. How about DC Series 2? Grail. One. Okay, so that was they were a flipper, probably, is what everybody likes to call them. A reseller, whatever. It doesn't have to be a negative connotation necessarily. They were buying Kraken packs, probably, and then selling on the secondary market, is my guess. I wouldn't call it too many, Professor Josh. You might be just enough. Quid was fun. Yeah, Quid was fun. That was interesting. Thank you for sending that over, Pop and Stock. I'm just off the list with my 15073, but there could be a lot of people between me and that 100. I might be like 150, 200. But that does tell you something. Like looking at My Keat OG, that person they aren't necessarily set for a huge win. They may have no 101s. They may have sold all their grails and legendaries because they were trying to make some money. And the majority of that might be commons, uncommons, maybe rares. I'm 111. Oh, Kelly will love to hear that. That's funny. Tech said, hey, Sully, I'm thinking of getting my first VFriends NFT on MetaMask. I want to know more about that as well. Through OpenSea with Ethereum. Before I read the rest of the comment, I love that there are other markets. I've always been, and I've gotten a few things, but I'm terribly confused by it all. And honestly, a little scared because you're playing with big time money on these things, which I don't have to do anything with right now. But in the early days of all this NFT stuff, I did get some Ethereum, which I still have a little bit, and bought some things. That market, OpenSea, has always been terribly confusing to me. A little nervous. Okay, here we go. That's the next comment. But wanted to thank you because of your teachings. I feel confident enough to make the jump. Any tips before I dip my toes in Ethereum? I haven't done enough. Honestly, there's probably some people here that are much more versed in dealing with Ethereum and OpenSea and all that. I would like to learn more, but I feel real comfortable in the wax space and therefore have stayed here. I should venture out and learn more and maybe even set up and do some NFTs on Ethereum and see if I could, make a splash, make some money for myself. But Pop and Craze has tons of grails and legendaries and such. Yeah, I believe that some people in that list certainly do. Certainly do. Do I recognize any other wallets? Not really. A few. Yeah, I see you there. Number 79, you're right. Oh, Shaquette. I know Shaquette. Yeah. There's one called NFTwallet.dp. I wonder if that's an actual function, like a wallet for a different function and not an individual. Pugwash has over 17,000 series coins. That's a lot of points. Whoa, Pugwash could be, yeah. That some people I know were going coin heavy. Oh yeah, the Vincent was a good deal, Priscilla. I remember debating that. Yeah, that was really cool. I hope to see more, like we've been talking about since the beginning. I think that the sentiment around NFTs for some has shifted, but overall, I'm still seeing a lot of the, not in Funko necessarily, but out in the world of the glorified downloaded JPEG and that kind of crap. It's a shame. I would have thought by now things would have changed. We'd have some big games using NFTs like Fortnite or something. I think we'll eventually still see it, but it's taken a lot longer than I thought to get there. I wish there was a way on Nifty to pull up just Funko series coins. There is. Before I confirm, not on Nifty, but I can show you another trick. Let me see if this works first, and then I'll show you. You got to use Chain Champs, man. Chain Champs is the way to go. Okay. Yeah, it works. Look at this. So on Chain Champs, you can look at multiple projects at once, multiple collections. So it took some time, but I have put together a list of all the Funko collections, and they're in there. There might be one or two missing. I'm not too concerned about that. And then all you have to do is come down and for rarity, click series. And you can see all the coins starting with the least expensive. So, and then if you want to buy it, you're already logged into your account. I can go like, oh, I'll take that for 53 cents, that for 53 cents, that for 53 cents. Boom, I own them. Then I just got to transfer them to my drop wallet. Pop and Stock says you can use Pop and Stock Overview series, cough, cough. Let's see what he's talking about. This was a good call out by him on the stream on Friday. If you go to Pop and Stock's website and go to Overview, you can, right here, use this filter, NFTs to show, and then active or inactive. Well, we want inactive stuff for the purpose of Drop Arcade, if that's your focus. And then you can click there and go to Series, which still should have always said Series Coin, but it doesn't. That's not on Pop and Stock. That's on the attributes for the NFTs. And you can see exactly what I just bought, right? What did I just buy? Space Jam, Matrix. Space Jam is the cheapest. Matrix is the second cheapest. They're tied. So it jives with what I just did. But that's, you should really learn, if you're going to be into the NFTs, especially the Funko stuff, and you have wax, I highly recommend you go and focus on learning Chain Champs. They have both the market tool and the live tool, but market is most often used for these kind of things, and live I use on drop days. And if you don't know, on Pop and Stock's website, this is something that's probably lost on a lot of people. If you're looking at a line item and the DP logo is in white, it's literally chainchamps.com. Chainchamps.com. Oh, what's that, Jess? You managed to dodge our homepage today with your direct link. Oh, there's something on there we need to look at? What's on the homepage today? Oh, that's cool. Trust scores. Without the market in the link, like the real homepage. Oh, whoops. Oh, I saw this the other day. Yeah, I saw this. Very interesting. I love data. Hey, you do too. I know Jasmine and I have talked a few times. You can see the largest collections, like Spooky.Funko is jumping right now. Dungeon items from Wombat Dungeon Master is jumping. Twitchy Tides. There's that Agar project. That's interesting. Alien Worlds, which is usually one of the #1 projects. You got Freddy.Funko, DC.Funko, Kellogg's Funko, Hold Funko, like I think everything in the pink is Funko. Nope. There's MLB Tops. Ugh, don't get me started. They should be on this blockchain still. But most of the yellow and pink are Funko projects. It's also multi-chain now, so you can look at Barra Chain or Unichain. Barra has really cool graphs. Nice. Other environments in the top right drop. Oh, you can zoom in. That's cool with the scroll wheel. You got Wax, Barra Chain, Unichain. I don't know anything about those other chains. Need to learn more. I really siloed myself off to Wax a long time ago and never have broken out of that. Yeah, Chain Champs is fantastic. I can't speak highly enough of the data that comes from it, but also Jasp has always been supportive of what I'm doing here, and he's usually here on drop days to see how people are responding to the drops and using of the live tool here. The live tool is so clutch when it's a project that is not a drop exclusive. You can click on the nodes and you'll see a panel pop up in the top left. All right, let's try spooky.funko. Look at that. You can see all the nodes connections. Copy, explore, or graph. Copy? What is that copy? Oh, just the name. Explorer. Gonna look at on Wax Block, yeah. On that collection. Huh. So if you want to look at users in a Funko set, for example, click on the Funko set you care about, hit the graph button, and look at the graph of that collection. Let's try a different one. Let's try fools.funko. Oh, it doesn't like me. Yeah, of course that's how it works. I'm sure you'll get it working. That's really cool, though. Thank you for sharing, Jasp. That's awesome. Yeah, he has the drop watch tool, which is really interesting. I never could figure out how to use the data to really make big decisions, but like during a drop, you can look at, let's say, Toy Story, and while it's like, it launched at 11 a.m. on last Tuesday, and as the drop is happening, you can see like how many people are holding packs, and how what the person with the most packs is holding, and how many packs have been opened, how many new wallets bought in, how many premium are open versus standard are open. Good visualization of that data. Pretty interesting stuff if you like data, if you're a data nerd like me. Common collections, so for people who got in on this one was Toy Story. What other collection they also get in? They also got into Turtles, Funime, Alien. Makes sense, it's the more recent ones. It's really interesting stuff. But I use regularly this utility that I've set and spent a lot of time working on getting everything in there to look and see, like, what are the deals. The cheapest rares right now are 5 cents. And that's over the entire Wax blockchain, all Funko NFTs. Drop may be a different story, may be a different value than some of the NFTs you're seeing here, but the minimum on drop is 5 cents as well. So we basically evened everything out. The other day I was buying up rares, or for the last few months, I've been buying rares for a penny, 2 cents, 3 cents. So I got ahead of the game in a lot of ways on the Drop Arcade by speculating what I thought the game would be and how it would work. I was wrong, but I accidentally made some good acquisitions anyway. Not enough, I don't think, but some good acquisitions nonetheless. Okay. Did we do the things on my checklist? Should we play, it's already 1:40. I guess we won't have time to play games. Let's see. What did we do from my list? I guess I could just look on Twitter. I don't need to go to that. Donde está el Twitter? There was a ton of rare at 4 cents on Nifty when I was scooping all of them for 3. Yep, I probably should have kept going, but I was like, I don't think I'm going to make the top 333, so let's just see what happens. What did I come over here for? Oh, my list of things to do today. Toy Story Funko NFT status. We didn't really do that. We should. We looked at my checklist. We played some Twitchy Tides. I told everybody about the free drop. So let's just look real quickly at where did Toy Story go. I think the best visualization for all of that is to look at Pop and Stock's chart for the royalty. I think that speaks volumes about the project. That and pack prices are two of the biggest factors for me. This thing started at around, to complete a royalty set, about $105 on day one, went up to $122 day 2, and then I said I didn't think it would drop a lot. I was wrong, which I often am. It dropped to $94 to complete a royalty set. Like if you had to start from ground floor and buy all the commons, uncommons, rares, and epics, what would it cost you? It went down to $94. I hope that's the lowest it ever goes. But we're picking back up now. It's up to $96.92. So if you didn't get all your stuff on day one, waiting benefited you. And if you go in there and look now, catalog is the best view on this for me. There's one 101 for sale. Grail has got around $240. I think it's been hovering around that for a while. The legendaries, I was wrong. I thought Pterodactyl was going to be the highest one because it was unique. It is now the lowest one. Buzz is at 53, Woody's at 45, Scud's at 1540. That's a good spot for Scud, considering there's 5,000 of them. That Ultra's performing better than most. Your coins at 59 cents. That would not have been the case had this just been a regular, had Drop Arcade not been announced. Your epics, thankfully, for those of you who may not have finished on day one, have dropped down to below $8 on almost all of them, except for, I should say below 9, except Rex. I need one more Rex, but I'm waiting it out. I'll be fine. I'll get the other one I need to complete my second royalty set. And I already have 3 of one NFT. I might go for a third set. Finish my epics today. Just need to get my 2 legendaries. I'm trying to wait and see if they drop a little. I think that's fair. I don't know if they will or not. The other factors that are important to me are packs. The premium pack was up. Some sold at $50, at least one, and then they headed back down, which I find very odd. I would have thought these would have stayed higher, especially considering for $44 right now you could buy it. You could possibly pull a Grail. Any of the legendaries except the Pterodactyl are already going to get you your money back on the pack. The epics are holding pretty good value. I think you could still score pretty good on $44. Justin said, I've been going for epics at 15 cents and under. Epics at 15 are valued at 384.62 points per dollar. Rares are 0.05, are valued at 320 points per dollar. That's how you look at it. That's how you look at it to see what the best value at any given point is. I think rares, I scooped big time when it was at 1 and 2 cents. So I was buying basically like 12 to 1,500 points for $1, and I bought a lot. So I think I did well. I think one NFT in particular, I own like 100, almost 100 epics or rares of one of the NFTs. Wait, what was I looking at? So Toy Story, yeah, the pack price has dropped. The other thing to look at is how many packs are still left unopened. We're only at a 78% burn rate. 74% of all the standard packs have been open. 81% of the premiums have all been open. Still a lot of packs left unopened. 8,000 of the 36,000 are still unopened, sitting in wallets, people looking to sell. Hopefully see that number spike up. Hopefully. Scored some pretty good ones from Toy Story packs. Aftermarket posted on my IG1 the other day. Fire. Nice, Professor Josh. Red Ranger says, Ugh, Toy Story, I went hard, and the most I got was 3 epics. Big sad. Tanner had the opposite. Tanner just scored left and right on these. You know, you win some, you lose some. I'm still sitting on premium packs and some standard packs, and I'll make decisions on what to do as we get closer to the end of the 120-day window. I don't feel rushed to sell those packs for money. I have other things that I have some Beetlejuice packs and stuff. Unfortunately, those are going down. I took a gamble. It may not play out for me. Let's look at Beetlejuice. What's it doing? I thought that was a great drop, personally. It's 96% opened. There's still 29 grails left. Oh, and look at that. Look at the royalty set's been increasing in value while the packs have been dropping. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I'm going to have to sell or open here in the next few days because the snapshot for Beetlejuice is March 12th. We have a week and a few days and 1 day. So next Wednesday. I may end up just having to open the packs I have. But I play the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Poppin' Craze has all the Beetlejuice. Really? I didn't even see on the chart. 59 royalty sets? Wow. Whoa. Crazy. Crazy, man. Okay, so that's Toy Story. I think it's still a good investment. It's at a good purchase price right now if you're looking to get in. I think packs might be a really good way to do it. Matter of fact, at one point, Climbing Moon had some sort of pack valuator. Let's see. Pack estimated value. I want to see what they think about Toy Story. Wow. So Beetlejuice packs, a premium pack, it says the current price, profit or loss, like when you buy a pack at 44 and open it, you'll most likely about break even. That's interesting. So those packs are like, that's the best deal right now as far as what you might pull for your value, which Valentine's is still right below that. Wow, those packs, a premium is $70. This is Climbing Moon's website. This is what there's certain sites you need to have bookmarked, and I didn't remember this one and use it until here just recently. I just put it in the chat. I would bookmark Pop and Stock, Chain Champs, this site right here, energynite.online. No, I'm just kidding. Those are 3 really good utilities that you're going to want to look at regularly. If you're playing the NFT game, if you're waiting, if you're trying to buy royalties at the best price, if you're thinking about buying packs and opening them or selling packs, you should be looking at these utilities. They're really helpful. You're really helpful. So look how many grails he has. Wait, that's the royalty. What was the Magician's Assistant? 81. He has nearly 10% of the supply of grails. Wow. Crazy. Was there a burn on this one? There wasn't a burn. It sold out. Yeah. I was gonna say you might have had over 10% if I did not realize your site actually does track. I forgot about that. The legendaries and the grails. I'm glad you're doing that. Yeah, I mean, either he's a big fan or that he just is always going heavy on these projects. I don't know which. All right, probably only about 10 minutes left on the stream. So do you guys have any questions about the Funko stuff, Drop Arcade stuff, Twitchy Tides, my new tracker / checklist tool? Is it popping? Oh, that's why I didn't know then. Yeah. Like I said, I've been using ChatGPT to do some cool stuff. I'm trying to make, and I probably should run it by a couple of you first. I'm trying to make a drop price tracker live tool, but I'm having to use scraping in order to do it, and that makes it really challenging. But I've made some headway on it so that I can have a utility up to show me what's happening with the price of the epics, legendaries, grails in real time. Kinda like 15 to 30 second intervals of what's happening with the price on the drop market. But it's challenging using the scrape tools to do that. I don't know. Maybe I should run it by Pop and Stock. He might have some insight. My goal is not to put up a website that shares this information with everybody, but to have it for me and to put up on stream when I'm live, that kind of stuff. So I'm not trying to compete with you, Pop and Stock, but I don't know, maybe you're way smarter than I am about the coding and stuff, but maybe I trip onto something that might be helpful for you and your website, so we'll see. No, I would not do that, Pop and Stock. I would not do that. I've considered you and I a good partnership, or we complement one another anyway, on the Funko NFT stuff. I'm not looking to compete with you. But I think it would be really valuable if, let's say, next Tuesday, if the avatar drop does happen as it seems to be planned out of the scenes, out of the discussion currently of the public eye. Anyway, if that drop goes down, it would be really interesting to have a chart up on screen. Like, I'd like to have something maybe up here or over here on the side that showed the Grail, Legendary, and Epics, and we could see the prices fluctuate and maybe get an indication up or down, green or red, on what they're doing. So we could, instead of sitting there trying to refresh the website, we could make some determinations. Any questions? If not, we'll close things out in here in a minute. We'll raid over to somebody and close things down. I am extremely tired. I woke up in the middle of the night and never really got back to sleep. It hadn't happened in a while, but it happened last night. So I may try to chill for a while, see if I can catch up on some things and some sleep. Any questions, thoughts? If you do a green arrow for that up-down overlay, make it a picture of Steve and Amel. That's the most efficient thing I could possibly do. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. Friday should be normal time. In the meantime, one last plug for my blends. If we can get these to NFT and beyond, the blend number 2, the Buzz Hoot Your stuff, if we can get those blends completed, there will be not one but 2 giveaways on Friday. Right now, we have 26 left. If these aren't completed by Friday, that 101 I've created will never see the light of day. We definitely do have the Sheriff Hoot that already completed. We definitely will be doing that 101 giveaway on Friday. Oh, Spawn, you missed. We spent a long time talking about it. Yes, there was a blog post put out on the Drop blog with details on the point system. The game starts this month. We don't have an exact date. The point system, the NFT that you could redeem if you get in the top 333 players in Season 1, and some other details about what NFTs are eligible and not eligible. Highly recommend you just Google Drop Arcade, and then you can find the blog post very easily and read up on it, or go back and watch the stream from today and watch the earlier parts in the VOD, and you'll get a real good rundown. We run down the points and my thoughts on what you should do this season, depending on where you're at now. If you just have a few NFTs, you're probably not going to be able to compete. If you have a lot, you'll have to make some decisions, but don't do them early in the season. Or do you not participate in Season 1 at all? We talk about that in depth. I don't want to rehash it all again. So check out the VOD. And it's available on YouTube and here on Twitch, so you can go back and watch and figure out what you want to do for Drop Arcade Season 1. Yeah. I'm glad I could be a help. I really do enjoy helping everybody with this stuff and understanding it. And like I told everybody earlier in the stream, you could take this data, this information, this discussion, and take it to your close friends and go, hey, look, Sully broke down Drop Arcade, and here's his thoughts. He's full of crap, or I think he's probably pretty right. Maybe you got to make the same determination. But if I wouldn't tell the world that we're all waiting till the last day of Season 1, a lot of people are going to figure that out on their own. But that last day, I may have to do like a 10-hour stream on that last day. If, let's say it was March, April, May, my guess is it'll put us mid-May. Maybe around the 9th or the 16th of May. If they do I might do a stream for like the last at least 5 hours as we watch and see what happens. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely insane to see what happens in those final hours on the last day. Still a lot of speculation, a lot of guessing, so it could all be for naught, but no, as far as I know, you don't have to burn them at a specific time as long as you're in before the buzzer, the snapshot. But we don't know what a convert, as they call it, what a convert's going to look like. Will it be click a button and you have to wait for a few seconds and then the point total is delayed before it shows into, there you go, Boba James. Or can you select 100 NFTs, hit the button, and they immediately all convert and your points show instantaneously? Could a lot of traffic at once affect that? Things to consider. We don't know enough yet, but we'll be watching. Yeah, we don't know, Randy. There's a lot to be determined still, based on what we're going to learn as soon as they launch this thing. Okay, let's find somebody to raid. I heard that Welsh Stan might be on, but I'm going to look at my list real quick. Don't forget to get into Twitchy Tides. Play your Battle Bowls. I think I've already scheduled the one for today. Don't forget to open your Twitchy Treasures. Don't forget to feed your fish. Don't forget to do all that good stuff. And then hit up twitchytides.tv or Twitchy Tides TV to make sure that you're earning your points and doing your digging and earning freebies. A lot of freebies to be had in there. I got my first per punk the other day. Throw a 101 last minute to get a win. I do not condone it. One of ones were not to be burned. There should not be burned. I will be saddened by every one burned. Matter of fact, that'd be a fun set of posts to put out as this happens for any one-on-ones that are burned, like an RIP in memoriam. I got some kind of naughty Santa. Keep that to yourself. I don't know what you're talking about there. I don't know if I want to know. Oh, Harris Heller is streaming. Get to work. I love his streams. If you're a streamer, you should be watching him. This guy. Oh, if you guys haven't seen this guy, Kit Boga, I don't think I'm gonna raid over to him because his stuff can be a little raunchy. This dude is hysterical. He scams scammers, and he does it live. He has bots produced that get the phone numbers for scammers and call them and just mess with them for hours on hours. And sometimes the outcome, when they think they're going to get him on the hook for thousands of dollars. Yeah, the grandma voice is amazing. When they think they're going to get him for thousands of dollars, and then he just keeps dangling it in front of them and then taking away, dangling it and then taking it away. It's brilliant. I love it. He's literally built bots that just jack with those people to keep them busy so they can't mess with the rest of society. I feel like the one-on-ones have more monetary value currently than the pop will ever likely have. 1,000,000%, I agree with you. And I'm talking not even in the short run, not even in 3 months, 6 months. I'm talking in years. Those one-of-one NFTs could be, I'm telling you, man, they could be a Mickey Mantle rookie card. They could be a Honus Wagner. They're one-of-ones. How many one-of-ones... You know them too, Savage? Oh, it's so funny. How many one-of-ones are there in the collectible community? Not a lot. Even the protos are like 1 of 3, 1 of 4, 1 of 10 sometimes in the physical collecting world. Boba James, there's the question. Right now, I don't think they change hands a whole lot, but if you go into the history on Atomic Hub, you can see that some have changed hands for thousands of dollars. If you do enough research, you can find out who's holding the most one-of-ones. If one person's going after them, would be interesting to see. If I had the bucks, I would pick up on some, but I won't be doing that because I don't have those bucks. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna raid over to Welshtan. I think the world of this guy. I love his positivity. I love what he's doing for the wax space. I love his streams. It's so much fun. So I'm gonna raid over to him. For those who are on Twitch. Nope, they don't count for much. Red Ranger. First, let's give everybody some points. Thank you for sticking around. If you haven't been here before near the end, I give points at the end of streams because you haven't rage quit out. Everybody's gonna get 100 points right now. Boom, to 84 users. And then we're going to raid over to Welshtan. Please, if you haven't already, give Welshtan a follow. Stick around for the Twitchy Tides content, but also find out about the drip, which I need to investigate more, and some of the other things that he's doing. He's a really smart dude, really fun, seems very sincerely, very nice. He helped us with Extra Life. I think he's one of the good ones, for sure. Nice try, Darth Wacko. There's no conversion right now. I don't have an actual token, and I'm not doing it here on stream, so... All right, let's raid over to Welshtan. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to wash your hands, check in on somebody you love, make sure they're doing okay, and above all else, most importantly, Nerds Unite. I might see you from Emerald City Comic Con this weekend. Bye, everybody. Raid happening. I have that tag muted? I do.
It's all about, it's the link tree.
We just dragon burned that man's face.